All right, hey there guys, it's Metro, and we did it. Finally got the full Ice Bane set crafted. Got that done this morning. That was very fun. If you haven't seen it or you haven't heard about it, I have a whole playlist of me doing all this. Not like, you know, like actually doing it myself. So, yeah, I'm excited about that. Big played out 1/level has all the leveling challenges, and in there is the Nax stuff we've been doing. So that should be live. But what's up, guys? Johnny, looking fresh? You damn right I am. Wix, what's up, buddy? Welcome. They did nerf chains in Neltharus. I saw that. That's really fucking bad. That's really bad. That kind of stuff just kills. Like, that's fucking so shit, dude. That is so fucking shit. Like, I'm not happy about that, but anyway. Christina, Apotheon, what's up, guys? Welcome. Some fun info for you, Metro. We down Mythic Nelth tonight. Logs have Ogvoker at 135k DPS, 3rd overall. Nice. What a crazy thing to do. That will completely change routes. Well, it's not really gonna change the route much, no, but it's gonna, yeah, the strategy is now completely fucked. Like, I don't even think I'll do that again this week, because, like, I don't think I want to change the route, but it's gonna make bolstering like ridiculously hard in there, so yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure that out in the weeks to come. Right now, I'm just pissed about that. So, Jambo, what's up, buddy? Glad to see you, man. Nice new Mog. Yes, like I was just saying, I just finished getting this crafted. I have a whole like leveling challenge, quote unquote, with it, with me unlocking it all and then crafting it. So if you guys want to see that, you can. I just uploaded that in the playlist. Big played out 1/level has all of those leveling challenges. It was really fun, and I'm going to continue to play that character and craft the main thing I want to get is there's this mace from Nax. I can never remember the name of it, but I want to get that mace, so I'm going to keep grinding out those patterns until I get that mace, and then I'm going to craft that mace as well. Anyway, I get to catch the stream for the first time in a while. I got a half hour before I have to go back to work. Sweet, man. You see the thing I sent in Discord? Yeah, I did. That's wild, dude. Hopefully it won't be a recruiting issue for him. I mean, yeah, I don't know what's going to happen. I really, like, I don't understand any of that, honestly. And it makes me, well, I don't know. I don't want to speak on it without knowing too much about it. But it makes me think that's going to be a big problem for him moving forward one way or the other. Is there actually no keys at all right now? All right, let's run it. Sure thing. Anyway, hopefully it won't be a recurring issue. Oh yeah, not recruiting, my bad. Like hopefully it will only be a freak one-time thing. Yeah, I just don't really think that's how it works, right? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know anything about it. Let's just stop there, but I think that's bad one way or the other. The mobs in the hallway to the second boss might be worth taking more count there. Hallway to the second boss, what's that? James, what's up, buddy? Welcome. The route was already like a mix of what I did before they buffed the chains and then like maximizing all the pulls. So not much is going to actually change with the route. It's just going to be a much harder key, and that key is already way, like, it's too volatile to pug anyway. So I'm just we'll relax on that probably for the rest of the week. Alto, what's up, buddy? Today we want to see 3 million umbilicus in freeholds. Just check Wowhead, and there is news about new shields added to the Brewfest. They look pretty cool. Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty neat. Was it a 2-handed mace from Nax? Yeah, I can never remember the name of it. Fallen Crusader or something like that. Maybe that's probably not the name of it, but it's fucking insanely good looking. So, and it's gonna look great with this Wraith Shield transmog. This enchant on this set, like. This Wraith Shield thing, like, looks perfect with that, honestly. Oh, I did a key with Skytide last night, 25 Underrot. Actually tanked that one, first key I've tanked in a while, and he mentioned how he hasn't seen me around, and what do you know? I'm here. Hey, yeah, that's awesome, man. Grats. Alright, those are some keys. Service just came back up anyway, though. Fucking server's down, man. I really don't know. I really don't like this server being down randomly. But whatever. Anyway, yeah, I guess we can do another nat. Did we finish Nax on this character? I don't even think we did. How's the stream been going? Yeah, great. Yeah, that's it. Maul of the Redeemed Crusader. That's what it is. I like Demise from Nax. So yeah. Yeah, that's the Might have been the one, yeah. I have the pattern for that, but I didn't know servers were going to shut down. Oh, no. They told us about it at least, but it's still very annoying. I wanted to start the stream at 10 o'clock so I can get off early in golf. I'm still doing that, so Buzz was just cutting into my stream, which really sucks. But, oh well. Got my badass transmog. That's all I'm happy today one way or the other. Now you gotta match your transmog to your mount. No, I like this mount. I guess I could use though. Actually, you know what? Maybe I'll use the. Yeah, actually, not a bad idea. I posted my new Shaman Mog. It's lightning-based enhancement Shaman. Let's take a look. Wait, did you? Oh, you're not in the Discord properly. Gotcha. I'll get you set up. But if you link your YouTube account to the Discord account, it'll give you the rank for being a member as well. Yeah, that's like, what is that? That's a TBC set, right? I was applied to the wrong place. That's pretty good. I love those shoulders. They look so good. Not really a fan of the engineering thingy, but Troll Shaman just looks something special. Tomb of Sargeras shoulders. Oh yeah, that's the remake from Tomb, right? I don't think I've been here since Ogvokers and the new meta, have I? Maybe not. Thoughts on it? I hope we get come back to earlier Dragonflight where multiple specs are being invited. Yeah, nah, it's definitely caused some issues for pugging, no doubt, but the other specs are fluid. Like, I don't really think Ogvoker's having as big of an impact on the other 2 DPS as people make it sound like they are, but it's definitely not ideal. Did we actually do that? I guess we didn't do this one. I just started tagging my DK again. Really enjoying it. Yeah, it's really fun, right? I'm glad you are enjoying it. I should be like... These guys should be like bowing to me now with this set on. I don't even know why they're attacking me. War-torn scraps like crazy. I thought 21 Vortex asked for all S tier meta specs last night, and I don't know why it surprised me. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty normal, but I've ran plenty of keys without, like, all the meta specs, quote unquote, and we've had plenty of success with them. We even had that key without no Shadow Priest in Halls last week. That was really a big one. They should just let you control an axe. Kel'Thuzad should give you his book. Yeah, that'd be cool. Wait, does he have a book, really? What's the book? Whoa, what is this? Look at this. That's always funny. I don't know. Get mad scraps. Good morning, Cameron. What's up, buddy? Welcome. Indeed it is. I'm with you. The only problem about Vortex is we actually have to go ourselves because we can't get a summon. I can just port there. Keys are being done without some of these specs at the same key level, and now all of a sudden pugs think it's impossible for some reason. Yeah, that's just whatever. It's normal. That's not abnormal at all. They don't think it's impossible. They just suck and they want to get carried as easily as possible. So we talked about this yesterday, actually. Like, somebody was frustrated because they weren't getting invites or something, and I was like, well, you got to realize, like, the people who are making these groups, like, they're looking for the maximum carry possible. Like, they're not gonna separate themselves from any carrying, you know what I mean? Like, they want it bad. Otherwise they wouldn't really be like looking for specific things publicly like that. So that's always been true. It's just the meta is now more strongly defined than it's ever been. Probably like the most defined it's been since like BFA. They're looking for top tier meta, no varying off of the path. That's what we just said, yeah. I can't imagine someone pugging as a melee DPS. Maybe Rogue is still getting good invites. Yeah, we've seen a few Rogues, but mostly like warriors. You still see a ton of warriors. I had this guy yesterday who was like apparently streaming as well and make a fucking fool out of himself. He was just like rage quitting, I guess. Talking shit about me or something like that while we were doing a key that I had. Like, people are just like getting slaughtered left and right. I'm the only one alive, and he's talking shit about me. Anyway, this is the most defined it's been since season 3 of Shadowlands. You think Shadowlands? Yeah, I guess Shadowlands was pretty bad too. That dude yesterday was a real tool. Yeah, whatever. I try to give people like that the benefit of the doubt. Like, he's just mad and unable to control his emotions. So I think Og is just going to forever amplify the effect when a couple DPS specs are Giga S tier, and will always be the best to fill third with Ogvoker. Well, the thing about Ogvoker that's never really talked about by anybody but me, it feels like, is like how beneficial the actual defensive capabilities the spec offers are. That's what's actually overpowered. The rest of the shit, it doesn't even matter. Like, that's not even that abnormal. But the fact that they are just the only defensive capability spec in the game, it's like, okay, well, that's that's what keeps them moving. What's that polearm? Same thing I've been wearing. It's the just look it up. Oh yeah, Dragon Bane Lance. That's the name of it. Hey sir, what's up? Healers seem to like warriors a lot because they're pretty self-sustaining. Are they? He was really annoying. How are you going to get mad when you are the only one actually following the mechanics? Or we didn't even like do anything yet. That's my point. We did 3 pulls of trash and the guy's already freaking out. Last time I was here, someone was on Twitch and they had 1 viewer and they were trying to throw freeholds. Yeah, I remember that. That was funny. That was after the patch. That was the day of the patch, actually. Because I remember testing it with and without Ogvoker. Remember Shadowlands Season 3? It was Blood DK, Holy Priest, Destro, Survival, and literally anything else. Yeah, I guess you're right, yeah. I do remember it, but I don't remember it being as strongly defined as it is now. But no, I think you're right. I remember like multiple keys with like 2 Survival Hunters and a Destro Warlock the whole way. Are we filled? Alright, well, we're gonna have to wait. DPS warriors can keep themselves up for a pretty long time, but their damage is pretty mid IMO, and the execute is trash now. And that's what I used to like about warriors. Gotcha. I've seen them do good damage, but yeah, they're usually not good picks. Like, look at this pick. Holy shit. Burst inside her and Resto Druid. Is this the first Resto Druid we've seen since the season? Or since the patch? I think we've seen maybe one other. Because I know they've gotten their damage buff, and I remember playing with one and being like, wow, that guy did really well. God, this fight sucks. Is it actually just like straight up timed? I don't even know how it works. I think it might straight up just be like timed. Because when he comes down, he's like, I've waited long enough for some reason. Have you gotten Valiance and Nax? Is that one of the new Transmogs? If so, no. It's wave based? Yeah, I bet that, but it's like, I kill a lot of mobs here. I don't feel like it shouldn't be, He's a horse. It's 12 waves and gates open, is it? Oh, Valiance is the mount. Yeah, no, I'm not really a mount guy. I'm spending all my Scourge Stones on the patterns right now. I'm trying to get every pattern for blacksmithing. And I want to try to do a bunch of stuff for leatherworking too. Oh, we got life and death finally. That's funny. Alright, that's enough. Let's support over. I don't know what's left, but I know we got 4 horsemen, obviously. Play quarter we did, arachnid quarter we did not do, and we got construct quarter done. Grim Toll, yeah, I'm actually wearing that on one of my characters. Windwalkers don't exist anymore? Oh no, we saw one yesterday, I'm pretty sure. That all up. It wasn't yesterday, but last week we saw one. Before that, it was a while. Hunters are dead in the water. Or are you sure they're not feigned? I'm still out here grinding on my Windwalker. It seems pretty good, to be honest. They buffed them, didn't they? Yeah, Devastation Evoker. We saw one last week because I don't know if you guys saw that key. That was a really funny key, actually. It was like some hyper carry. The dude was like 2400 in a 23 or some shit, and he was Devastation instead of Augmentation. It made me, and he was like friends of someone else, and the guy was like clueless as fuck. I wanted to be like, wow, both of you guys are really clueless, because you invited him thinking that he was going to come carry you, and he's actually not even the right spec. Dev Evokers are the new survival hunters. Hunters are feigned, but still demanding the res. Yeah, that was so funny. So many funny moments over the years. Saying I'm Devastation has become an awkward statement. Oh god, I can't imagine. Talking about the classic BFA hunter, yeah, definitely. That's like one of the funniest things we've ever seen. That guy's 3,300, Tim. Hey, big fan of your YouTube content. Nice to catch the stream. Tristan, what's up, buddy? Welcome. How the hell you doing? Saw the video of 2 healers and freehold. Classic mix-up. Oh, that was wild. That was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Hunter's still out there hunting for a class buff. Haven't found it yet. The freehold 2 healer video was hilarious. That was really good. I enjoyed. I'm glad that happened to us. We got some good ones coming this weekend too. I guess I better get them set up before I forget. What's the funniest bit you have experienced? Funniest bit? What does that mean? I mean the funniest thing I've seen in a while. It's hard to say. Just one. There's so many good ones. The one that automatically comes to mind is the Magic Dan situation, but I think that one's just really memorable. I really wouldn't even say that's the funniest thing. It was just a unique situation. But there's been so many funny ones. Magic Dan. Oh, Magician. Well, that was something else, but yeah. Not too bad. I've been pushing some keys today, and now I'm just chilling. I've been really enjoying Dick's Priest. Everywhere else but Nelth. Bro, you run into some wild groups. I had no idea high keys could be so nuts. Yeah, it's really funny. Watch the disband review videos. There are keys that have me in hysterics. Yeah, that was before when we just did all of it in one video, but the season 4 of Shadowlands one, if you haven't seen that one, that's definitely the best of all of them. That's the best of all of them, because that was me at like my refined, and it was like I knew exactly what I was looking for when I looked through that. The previous ones were like, let's just watch through them, all of them, you know. That was definitely the best one. I found you to the Yumi TV video. Yeah, I figured a lot of people did. I haven't checked that video in a while. Is it still getting a lot of views or what? I haven't seen it. I think the one where the guy disconnects and comes back and you mess with the priest saying he was talking shit about his mog. That was really funny too, actually. It was made even funnier because somebody commented that the guy like surrendered to madness, you know, because I was like whispering in his ear and shit, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that was really funny. Alright, these should be set up now for the weekend. Guy drops a repair bot. Okay, this is gonna be a fun run. Guy refuses to fly here, demands a summon, and then drops a repair bot instead of just mounting up. The halls where the dude leaped and the mob didn't aggro. Yeah, no, there's been some amazing ones. It's fun catching your streams. I took a break a couple months ago and thinking about dusting off the Shaman, and I heard healers are a lot of fun this season. Sweet. I haven't heard that, but I'm glad that you're thinking about it. Let me know how it goes. Oh, shit. Don't have the recording stuff. So quick question for you. What do you use for the reverse HP bar? It's just a weekaura. Yeah, all my UI stuff is in the UI video that you can export stuff from. So if you want it, you can check it out. It's just a weekaura. Everything on the screen is pretty much a weekaura. Huh? Oh, what? Yeah, okay, sure. I'll take the battle res. Really good res there. I don't know what's going on with Purgatory anymore, but it just like doesn't fucking work. I got Keystone Hero on my rat for the first time ever. Sweet, man. Apparently that's a hard pull all of a sudden, I don't know. Nobody commented on that. That was a weird sequence. Purgatory just failed to use itself, and then I got a battle res 5 feet from the respawn. Sounds good. How's the DPS increase on Blood DK feeling? Good, yeah. I mean, nothing. Do you expect it to? I'm not really sure why people ask that question, honestly. It was a 10% DPS buff, so obviously it's nothing crazy. Will it make a big impact on the character over a long period of time? Maybe, but not going to really feel a 10% increase. It's not changing anything, that's for sure. 10% is pretty crazy for buffs. I mean, sure, but it's still just a flat DPS buff. It's not like it's changing anything about the spec. Tyrannical said there's been logs of purgatory bugging since BFA and Blizzard has gotten them, and they but think they have to recode the whole spell. Yeah, I've heard people say that it's bugged, but this is happening like probably like 50% of the time. Purgatory procs now, it doesn't work for some reason. I don't know why that's happening, but that, I mean, that could have been the key right there. Like, if I relied on Purgatory to survive and died, we would have wiped and that would have been it, right? So that's kind of fucked. I think some people see buffs and hope for a meta change. Right, yeah. Maybe. The DK is like AoE damage, seems quite good though now. I think it's to ask because people wonder how much those increases do. I really don't see a lot of blood DKs. Yeah, fair enough. It's just not really like, you know, it's not really going to change anything about the class. So. Is the sustaining alchemy trinket any good? I like it just because it keeps my flask moving and it's nice versatility and strength and stuff. But it's definitely not my like ideal trinket. I just don't really get trinkets for some reason. I like literally have gone like 4 years now without getting the trinkets I wanted, so. Not sure what's happened, but just keep, there's just too many disbands, I guess, is really the big issue. I end up getting stuck in the dungeons that I need trinkets from the least as well. You look cute today. Alright, that's not, I don't really like respond well to that, man, so if we can stop saying that, that'd be great. I don't really like take that as a compliment. It seems really weird to say that to me. You look handsome. Nice. It doesn't like make me think it's genuine, so it just immediately makes me think somebody's fucking with me, and I don't like that. Can I ask what you think is the most fun dungeon this season? I try not to have a favorite just because you gotta run them all. There's a lot of stuff that is really fun though this season, like in general, like a lot of the tanking situations are really, definitely, especially now with Ogvoker, a really fun season to be playing Blood DK. What? Okay, alright. Where's that gonna send me?
Beware.
Oh god, back here. Alright, that's bad. Cheat Death Trinket is dope from the Mega Dungeon, nice. If you got stuck in one for 2 weeks, which would you choose? I get it. It's not about me like not knowing which one is my favorite. It's about which one I'm trying to avoid saying is my favorite because that's bad for your psychology. You changed your transmog. Yeah, I did. That's pretty cool.
2, 1.
Yeah, I did not know that would knock me over that barrier there, so I just died to it. Actually, I don't think I actually died, right? No. Is that the Nax set? This is the Ice Bane set, yeah. I just uploaded my my video of me crafting it if you want to see it. It's on the Nax playlist. Play.1/level has all my leveling challenges.
Beware. 3, 2, 1. Beware.
Good morning, Rolling Moose. What's up, buddy? Welcome.
Beware. 1. Beware.
I had the Ice Bane set since vanilla, except the gloves. I finally completed it. That's awesome. Yeah, it's really unique looking. Have you ever considered building a team to play with? Yep, I did a long time ago and it didn't work, so. Not a lot of people want to play at like fucking 10 a.m. on Wednesday, you know what I mean? It's obvious that your favorite tank is likely Blood DK, but do you dabble in any others? I used to, but yeah, Blood DK is just like so much more fun than others now. It's hard to even want to. I was thinking about playing some druid, playing some paladin, but it's just maybe even warrior, but it's just like Blood DK is just infinitely more fun than all of them, so I can't imagine doing it. Most gamers are night owls, yeah. An inconsistent amount of people would want to play during normal work hours on the middle of the weekdays. It's just easier to stream, especially while pugging too. Like, if I wasn't pugging, I wouldn't really be able to communicate with the chat as often because I'd have to be in Discord and stuff with the people. First time viewer here, love your content. Can't stop watching all your videos. Sweet man, I appreciate you saying that. If you have any questions, let me know. How's the new damage buff? Yeah, nothing really to comment on there. It's just a 10% buff. But DK needs more than that, but it's still very. I'll take it. Let's put it that way. Fingers crossed I'll never nerf Blood DK and just keep the current playstyle. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's been this way though since Legion, so I think it's probably sticking with what we have. I like daytime gaming, but I'm way too crap to play anywhere near your level. No worries, yeah. Either way, it's like that conversation's long past us. Like, the channel is now like securely about pugging, so I don't really like play the game for just progression, you know what I mean? It's multifaceted, so I'd be happy to do like what we used to do was like a 3-person group, you know what I mean? And then pug 2. Something like that would be nice, but having like an actual set team where we get together the same hours every week, that's just not in my future. Do you think they'll rework DK? Hopefully not, no. I quite like it where it's at. Yeah, we used to run with a healer who was Tox, a mage who was Banana, and me as a tank, so we had pretty much everything we needed in that 3-person comp. I think all classes are going to get reworked, most definitely now since Ogvoker. Another rework? I hope not. I think like maybe people have different definitions of what rework means. To me, like rework would mean like massively change all the talents and the way the class plays, and that's certainly what I don't want to see. But if you're talking about simply like moving some talents and maybe changing some of the capstones or something like that, like some of the specs I've had, then yeah, obviously I'm fine with that. I think it's, you know, I think Blood DK has some of the worst capstones in terms of like flexibility, but it's still really fun. I wouldn't want to see any of them get changed or removed. But DK, I agree, is good the way it is, but the DPS specs could do something. Oh yeah, I haven't really played them, I don't know. Monk class side capstone talent needs a rework for sure. Gotcha. Is there any talent you wish were viable for Blood DK? Bone Storm's obviously one that I wish just didn't cost running power. If it was just a CD, it'd be a really fun CD to press, but it'll never be good as long as it costs running power. Would you play Resto Druid again? Not on stream. No, I'm gonna be done with that for the foreseeable future. Using D&D to pose. Not ideal there. I don't have a charger now. You try the new Mega Dungeon? Nah, I won't be doing it until this season probably. That druid is good, is he? What makes you say that? Resto damage, yeah. Still sucks. I had to step away for a bit. I'm back. 20 more minutes of break. Sounds good, buddy. Still a few seconds of lust here. Resto damage doesn't suck. I usually do 40k overall. It better not suck after a fucking 25% buff. Will just suck. Like, the spec is just played by people who just put like the least amount of effort into their healer I've ever seen. Really strange. Just pull. They didn't even try to DPS. That's what I'm saying. It's like literally don't even put dots up or anything. Hey, Cobdo, what's up? But yes, I finally got the Ice Bane set. Just crafted it today during the blacksmith leveling challenge I've been doing. Well, I did and stopped and then resumed because the next gear came out, but yeah, it was a really fun endeavor. You could at least do one Sunfire. I was doing it probably now, but a couple of 0 DPS pulls, yeah. Time to get back on your undergeared druid. Yeah, I wanted to see it. That was the main thing. I wanted to see exactly what the numbers were going to be like. Near Matrix, what's up, buddy? Welcome. I see it with Holy Priest too. Yeah, Holy Priest was like the original of this problem, but Druid's the most offensive at this point. It's amazing how DK tanks heal themselves. Yeah, this is pretty much how it's always been though. Like, it's not new. I heal for myself for 13.29 million in that pack. How is this week? Yeah, it's definitely one of the harder 4 weeks, it seems. But we're making good work of this dungeon timer-wise. I haven't focused on professions in years. Would that be a fun change of pace instead of grinding dungeons all the time? Yeah, that's why I like doing like those leveling challenges, and kind of like they've stopped becoming leveling challenges and they're more like exploration challenges, or like just do things in WoW challenges that you wouldn't normally do. Like I said the other day, I've been starting one in Classic where I'm trying to craft every single leatherworking pattern, and I really like that idea. That's kind of like what these leatherworking and blacksmithing leveling challenges have turned into, just craft every single pattern. So that's what I was gonna do on that paladin, but I just shelved it because I wasn't having fun with it. And then we revived it when the next stuff came out. How's Blood DK feeling after a 99 buff? Same, yeah, no difference with the buff. I don't know. Anyway, Bolster isn't too bad anymore because it doesn't increase mob HP. It's still pretty bad, frankly, but It's only really on the tank and the select few packs that it can be a big issue. It doesn't like make the keys so much harder than it used to be, but still. I've had a couple deaths to bolstering this week.
3, 2, 1.
You think you can time it? Yes, definitely. The timer is actually fine right now. If it continues at this pace, we will upgrade it. I healed 24 halls yesterday with 0 deaths. It's crazy how a good group makes the dungeon feel so much easier. Yeah, that's a big difference, right?
Beware.
Oh, so you don't have to jump? Now you can disadvance the jump thing, so you don't actually get knocked up in the air. You still have to go in the pad, but you don't have to actually be in the air for it.
1. Beware.
I hope it starts raining so you don't have to go golfing. One way or the other, I'm off this afternoon, so. Bolster on the later packs here could be back. Could be bad. DPS don't prio damage mobs. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's a couple holes in this dungeon too. It's really bad. My guild killed Mythic Echo last night.
1.
Echo the guild? The raiding guilds? What are you, like World PvP guild or something? That's cool.
Beware.
When do you plan to end stream? 2:30 would be my ideal stop time if possible, but not sure that's gonna happen. I just pretty much need to be up at the golf course before like 3:15ish so I can get the round in before the leagues start. Echo of Neltharian. Oh, I never even. Okay, that's a boss. Echo is a boss in the raid. Yeah, shit. It's also a raiding guild. That's why I was confused. We did 4 mythic bosses. We will try to do more tonight. Smart. Hard to blame you. I heard Blazarus is a bad monk tank. From who?
2, 1.
Your troll game sometimes is sold too well. Yeah, that's the point. Basically, I want to tell a joke that makes me crack up, but nobody else gets. That would be my goal. Well, so much for being in time. This dungeon is just like, yeah, like cursed, right? Like, I actually can't upgrade this key. Myself or Stromy often catch your jokes. That's the issue, Metro. Every joke you make always cracks me up. Well, that's good too. Timer's not looking good? No, the timer was fine until the guy GC'd. We did this a couple times this week, and yeah, we were fine at this timer. He's back though. These last packs are brutal on 4 weeks. They can be, yeah, certainly. The big issue we have is people keep like basically falling to their death on this final pack, and I don't know how to stop people from doing it. There's no need for me to not go down, but they get baited into thinking, well, if he's going, we have to go. So they just jump down and die, basically. It's like, no, just wait until you're healthy, like, or don't fucking jump. I don't know why so many people always just jump. If you're gonna take a bunch of fall damage, then just don't jump. We've had more deaths to that pack than we've had to any other pack in here this week. Dogs defensive make it a lot easier, yep, no doubt. They can make the smaller jump onto the stairway. Yeah, there's a lot. I mean, you can literally just run. Like, it's not even that much slower. Give you a few seconds more to regenerate health, too. That went really quick.
1.
That's not actually up, which is probably a good sign. Did you see the nerfs to chains? Yep, I did.
Three, two, one.
Maybe I'll make a quick video on that too. I guess it's only mobs on the right side. Yeah, it's really, I don't know. That whole thing rubs me the wrong way. If they die here, the key is over. Thanks for saying that. What was the best season of Mythic Plus? The one I think was the best seasonal fix, at least, was season 1 of Shadowlands for sure. Season 4 of Shadowlands was, or BFA was one of my least favorites, if anything. 3 million Umbilicus. Nico, what's up, buddy? Ramping up some disbands, or is it looking good? We just started. This one looking like it could be an upgrade. It's gonna be kind of tight, but I think we're good here. We haven't lusted, so we can lust on the boss. Season 4 BFA was mine. Oh yeah. Minus upper and lower Kara. I really like the Mega Dungeon season. Oh yeah. Sadly, that was those dungeons were too much to like. So the Holy Smites don't need to be kicked now because everybody's in the triangle. So all we have to do is kill this Caliph guy and interrupt the heals. I still miss Kara and Tazavesh. Streets was a great one, no doubt. I know a lot of people like Gambit, but it wasn't really that fun to tank. Not too popular. If you're Mage, Priest, Ogvoker, you have a hard time getting into dungeons. Yeah, no doubt. What does staying in the triangle do? Prevents all the caster damage. So these guys casting the Holy Bolt thing over and over again, that's a lot of damage. Gambit was the best dungeon ever. You like that one the most? That's crazy. It was fun. I just didn't like tanking it. It was pretty hard to tank at times. I am for a Mega Dungeon meta where the Mega Dungeon is a 2-hour Mythic Plus dungeon. I don't assume that's a joke, right? I don't think anybody would really be for that. These guys can't stay 15 minutes to some of these keys. And more deaths to this pack. Cool. This is like, yeah, this like pack is like unkillable for some reason. This stat pack is easier than the first one, you would think, yeah. But it's because everybody jumps down and takes a bunch of fall damage and then rushes into combat and they just instantly die. BRD 2-hour timer for full dungeon. There'll be a lot of disbands. And what, this guy didn't take the shortcut? So that's the key. Oh, he's almost here. 2.5 minutes for the boss. We've seen doable, so this group's damage is actually really good. I think we can still do it. Now I got to go back to work. All right, see you, buddy. Have a good one. I need the rest of druid to step up though. Hey Metro, hope your morning is going well. It is. I hope the same for you. If you do this boss for just 2 minutes, then you're insane. We did it yesterday, 2 minutes and 29 seconds, so it's definitely possible. That group's damage, I don't really remember it being that good either. If you bloodlust here, it's a very short fight on Fortified. A lot of people bloodlust on the trash, though. That's the difference. That's pretty unlucky.
2, 1.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Welcome. It's already at 30 million. The attention span of some people is really bad. Found that out in raids, yeah. Why don't you let them prepare instead of jumping? Because I don't need to do anything. They can prepare all they want. I can go into the pack whenever I want. I'm very capable of soloing that pack, so I don't know why everybody thinks like just because I pull them, everybody else has to rush in. I don't know what else to do there. There's nothing to prepare for anyway. They just need to not jump down and take a bunch of fall damage. We already fought the pack earlier, and it's got more mobs than the previous time. Those mobs are global combat. Well, okay, and what? Like, I don't know what the point is. Like, what is the conversation here? You want me to just sit there and wait until everybody says they're ready?
3, 2, 1.
What do you want me to do instead? You guys tell me what you want me to do instead there. Do a ready check? Yeah, I mean, like, I don't. What else is there to do? I don't really know. I just did this dungeon, couldn't time at 19 because of the interrupts and the wipes on trash. Gotcha. I'm with you. I'd be doing the same thing. I don't know like what we're waiting for. It's my point. Like, I'm not sure what people think we'd be waiting for there. You can wait like 5 to 6, but everybody was topped off, and then they fall and die. They die to fall damage. That's my point. If they want to do something to help themselves, they should stop jumping off the ledge. If you wait there, you will time this dungeon, but I don't know why I need to wait. That's my point. Like, what am I waiting for? They shouldn't be taking fall damage. That's what I'm saying. We got a mage, a warrior, and an evoker, and they all died. And a druid, too. Like, what? Nobody should die there. I don't know what to do at that point. These people had 2,500 rating. I at least expect that they would know that the interrupts are, but yeah, I always get surprised. Yeah, I think the point to be made is that he can solo the pull. He doesn't need them to take that fall damage for the pull. That's what I'm saying. Like, everybody rushes into that pull and then just dies to it. So I don't, you want me to just sit there for like 20 seconds? I don't really know what to do. As a tank, you get blamed if you don't babysit everyone. Yeah, we don't do that here, so I'm not going to be taking blames for that kind of stuff. They were low from fall damage, which is optional, yeah. But they shouldn't need to top the group, dude. That's what, like, what do you, like, why is this keep getting brought up? There's no need for anybody to be topped off there. They shouldn't be following it. Like, I don't know what you guys are even saying at this point. If you're falling and dying to fall damage, stop doing that. That's not my fault. Your UI is so weird. Clunky, but in a good way, yes. If you take fall damage as any of those 4 specs, you're clueless. That's another good point. If you think people should just not take fall damage when they jump off, that's crazy. Why? Why should they jump off in the first place if they're gonna die to the fall damage? Do you like, what am I missing here? I don't understand. If a mage, a warrior, and a druid take fall damage, they have no clue how to play their class. If you didn't have time to top the group because you were that in a rush, then maybe you guys didn't deserve the time anyway. It was going to be close with or without it regardless, but... yeah, I mean, this guy agrees that wasn't the main issue anyway, but... I mean, Fury Warrior, I'm literally never taking fall damage there. Yeah, you shouldn't. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how this is my problem. For someone pugging a lot, I'm surprised you even take this. Just chill there for a second because everyone jumps. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to. Yeah, I don't know. I don't see how it's an issue, but it's whatever. So someone makes mistakes and you aren't following what's happening equals blame team. Well, they died, yeah, so that's their fault, right? Like, I don't really see it this way. Like, I'm not really sure. To me, that is not my fault. So I don't know what I can really do there other than just like sit, like watch them fall to their death, heal themselves up, and then pull or something like that. At what key level are you expected to take responsibility for your own survival? Never. It's always the tank's fault. They shouldn't have taken fall damage is a pretty bad argument for why you would go into a huge AoE pack when everyone is at half health instead of waiting 5 seconds. No, that's like the argument. That's the reason I did it. Because I expected everybody to go from full health to the pack, but they didn't. They can all avoid it, fair point, but again, it's a pug. Just wait a second. It's more than a second, though. That's my point. Like, if you're talking about waiting for them all to be full health, we're going to be waiting like 15 seconds there. Everybody is falling and dropping to half health there. So it's a lot of damage that they're taking for no real reason. Druid needs to pre-hot the DPS before the pull. All I'm saying is you had time to wait a second. Not everyone is a blood DK and can't just self-sustain those stars like you can. I don't really look at that as like an easy upgrade there, so I don't really agree that we had time to wait. Like, how much did we miss the key by? I'm not really sure, but I basically like grew up in a mentality where like anytime you're waiting in combat is really, really bad. So it's going to be hard to break that. They get hit by stars either way, so jump down and wait for them to get down. That's what I'm saying. They should be running around instead of jumping if they're going to die to the fall damage. You could have waited and it would have been fine. In that case, you're probably right, yeah. But yeah, I mean, like that guy didn't blink, right? I don't know. Like, everybody's full health here. We all fall to their death. Like, I just jump and land next to the mob, so I don't even know where you're supposed to jump if you don't want me to aggro the mobs here. I guess I'll just run down from now on as well. I'll just run down from now on, I guess. But I don't even think, like, people actually died to fall damage here. Yeah, they don't die to fall damage. You could jump to the left. Did the stars wipe the group? Well, it killed everybody but me, yeah. You shouldn't have to change anything. There's no reason any of those classes should have taken that damage. Yeah, I don't know. It's whatever, man. It happens like 4 keys in a row now, so I guess I have to figure something out. I think everyone in your group has a way to mitigate all that damage anyway, yeah. That druid jumped to the left and almost fell off. Yeah, a couple of people did that. Mage falls and just takes a bunch of fall damage, though. It doesn't blink. But yeah, it looks like the evoker just gets like piled on with damage. Him and the warrior just get tons of damage taken, and then that's pretty much it. I mean, I'm not sure that doesn't happen even with everybody at full health and ready. But anyway. It's like the hardest pack in there, apparently. Did I even put that in the sheet right? Druid. Even if they didn't, evoker could have carried a person, right? Hey man, how's your week been? Seems like Blood DK got another buff. Yeah, it did, yeah. You killed your group by landing right on the stars like that? I mean, again, I don't believe I did. That's them killing themselves, but regardless. I get it. It's my responsibility to save everybody else's lives, so I'll start doing it. I don't know how all the evokers in your group are always so squishy. They have a 30% damage reduction every 90 seconds. Yeah, no doubt. It's weird. Everybody will take a huge amount of DPS, but it's probably only the first 5 or 10 seconds. As soon as the first star dies, it's all good. Sweet. really don't want to do Neltharus again, but I guess we'll sign up. I know what happened. You forgot to cast Flourish. Druid has no way to heal this. He is not a paladin. He needs time to ramp. But doesn't he have time to do that while we're running down the ramp? It's the tank's responsibility to understand how the mobs work in the dungeon. I'm not saying it's your job to keep them at 100% health. I know how the mobs work, yeah. I can solo that back every single time I pull it. Has anybody done new Neltharus? We did it yesterday and it was way, way worse, yeah. Without realizing the chains were nerfed. Because you're a blood DK, correct. Yep, I'm a blood DK. No other class can solo that. I'm not asking them to. I said I can do it. So if they need time to whatever they're doing there, I don't even know what you guys are saying they need to do there. I really have no idea. If you guys think they need extra time, then just have the time. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even have AMZ. I don't even think it would work there though because everybody's spread it out and running. Pretty sure Guardian Druid and Paladin can solo it too. Those stars are more annoying than peanut shells. Not the tank's fault the healer can't pre-hot before the jump, or DPS can't use defensives. Yeah, it's whatever. I recently had to take a break from tanking. In my 20 to 22 keys, I was ending runs with 80 to 100 interrupts, around 60k HPS, and still keeping up DPS. It gets stressful, yeah. Pre-hots and no fall damage equals that key timed. Yeah, it's just weird. I just don't really get why so many people jump off if they're not going to survive the fall damage. It's literally not even that deep. Every single class can jump off there and take 0 fall damage. Leap, charge, glide, slow fall, all these things. Why does the discussion go past that? I don't know, because everybody's so quick to like, I mean, I get it, it's me, so people are trying to find ways for me to fix my own problems, which is a good idea, but I don't really look at that as a problem with me alone. I could fix it, maybe, but they can fix it too, so that's the way I always look at it. Nah, man, to be fair, if everyone was at full HP, I don't think the healer may have even been ready to heal. There was 0 healing done. That's what I'm saying, like, looking at it the second time, it makes me think, like, they were going to die there no matter what, because everybody was full health. Nobody even really, like, took tons of fall damage other than the mage, and he didn't even get hit by stuff. I think the confusion is just that people seem to think everyone died by fall damage. You're right, that was the initial confusion, but we're past that now. I think people are very used to jumping. It would be better if they mitigate it, which is their fault, and therefore, as a tank, we babysit. Yeah, not me, though, usually. I get like flamed if I babysit people, so I try not to do it in pugs. If I take it slow or try to take more like approaches through dungeons that are going to be more success rate rather than fast, I usually end up getting flamed. So that's years of that mentality causing me to act that way pretty much. Like that pull is a summary of every other key I've ever done as a tank. What I love running is that 395, yeah, or whatever, 395, 445. In a good group, you don't pull stars until everyone is stacked on each other. Why stacked? What does that do? Can't wild growth in time for that damage. They need to pre-hog, gotcha. You know what they say, night face see the one route. So to live that pack, you would need to give like 5-second head start to the druid? Yeah, I really don't have any idea, honestly. Pull more groups, dies, pull less groups. People pull for you. Yeah, it's like literally like damned if you do, damned if you don't. That's one of the things that sucks about tanking. You have to be like a fucking psychologist more than an actual game player. Splits the damage so no one gets one shot. Oh, really? So if everybody's like literally stacked right on top of each other, it actually doesn't hit one person, instead it hits everybody? I had no idea that was a thing. I've never heard anybody suggest that but you. Just noticed the new Transmog? Yeah, I just crafted it today. I added the video of me doing it to the playlist if you guys want to see that. Everything is either the tank's fault or the healer's fault. It's not surprising because like the DPS have 3 of them to all kind of support each other, whereas the tank obviously is only the one person. I think they are a single target based on who's in combat with them. No. I mean, I have definitely seen people not get hit by them, so I don't know if it's because of line of sight or what. But like the reason I initially was jumping down and getting into combat so quickly was because they would all like hit me immediately. So my first impression of that was that's a good thing. That means they're all using spells on me instead of the rest of the group. But now it doesn't seem to work that way anymore, and I don't know why. Or if that was just a coincidence in the first place or what. But in the beginning of the season, I was always trying to rush into combat with those mobs because I had easily just AMS all their initial damage, and then it would feel like they wouldn't really do anything again for a while. But now it seems like I do that, and somehow everybody else is dying instead. So I'm like now confused why, and it doesn't really seem like there's any easy solution to it because it's hard anyway, so. It's the tank's fault. You've been doing this long enough to know that. Well, that's what I'm saying. I didn't. Well, maybe you're joking, but either way, I didn't know that because that's not how it used to play out. We tested it before, and I think there's global compact as soon as you attack them. But if you are too far away, you're safe. That's probably the difference then. Yeah, like other people are getting there too soon as well. What server is this? Dalaran, yeah. I think there might also be line of sight. Like if you're above the threshold, you probably can't be hit, right? I think they target with a single target attack that shoots randomly based on who's in range. Gotcha. They shouldn't jump down, but if they do, I would wait. Can't expect DPS and a pugs to do the right thing. Well, that's the thing. Like if they're gonna jump down and just die like that, then I'll just have to just wait. Yeah. But it's very likely that we get to that pack with very little time to spare. So it's yeah, it could easily be lost in the other direction if we keep waiting. The sparks target random players as soon as combat starts, even if they are still walking down. And like I said, I've seen it where I jump down so preemptively that nobody else gets hit. So what do you think is happening there? Do you think it's their line of sight because they're so far away, or do you think it's just luck or what? What skills do DK use to start on key start pull count? I just depends on the situation. I'm not really sure what you mean, sorry. You think they're out of range? Bring a hunter so someone can be blamed. Alright, anyway, what are we doing now? This is bracket height, I think. 3,400 player, wow. I don't even know what key this is. Oh, it's Neltharus. Why are we still on this subject? Well, people keep bringing it up, so. Just sucks because you guys had that run in the bag and it was bricked to a silly mistake. But that's like the 3rd time that's happened this week, so I wouldn't call that a silly mistake. That's something that needs to be more addressed and understood. I mean, when people do pull 10 at the start of the key, DK has any skill to use. You could use a Abomination Limb to get some Bone Shield up, but I don't really feel like it's ever useful because you just always open with Dancing Rune Weapon anyway. I had to pause for 10 minutes. Oh, well, you like just came to the conversation now?
As a good friend and the loyal.
Yeah, again, like that death at the start was probably that, and me getting fucking knocked off. Those were probably worse mistakes. We didn't talk about those at all. That first death, I don't even like. I guess I just stopped relying on Purgatory. I guess I don't really know. Yesterday I depleted a key because DPS refused to press 2-minute CDs when there was 2 minutes and 30 on the timer. Where was that at? Freehold last boss, damn. Alright. Here we go. This one obviously is going to be a lot harder. But we'll just break up this next room into 2 pulls then, since we were having so much trouble with this. Use OBS or other software for recording? Yeah, I use OBS, yeah. Why would they refuse? I think he just means like they didn't do it after they actually refused. I wonder what degen thing they were doing with the chains. That great push caused them to nerf it. They were basically probably like snapping every mob in the dungeon over there, because you can do that. It's probably not even that hard. This instance wasn't in the great push? No, but it's probably going to be, right? Was it in their practice or something? It's available in the tournament realm, yeah.
Neltharus belongs to the Kalashi now. Beware.
Okay, it's still like that's solid. Not the end of the world. We just don't get the stuff on the left. Oh god. Purgatory work there. You ever prefer healer to run with his blood? Yeah, Resto Shaman right now would be my pick. Chains got nerfed. Yeah, chains basically do 0 damage to anything other than stuff from the right side now. So we'll get this in the pat now. This will be our next pull. Well, hopefully. I don't know where the pat even is, but even then some stuff on the right isn't hit now. Oh, really? I didn't really like pay attention to which mobs were which. Why Shaman? It just seems to have the best kit right now for Blood DK. Spirit Link is so powerful for Blood DK. And they do really good AoE damage. That's the pat there, right? Basically, as a tank, a Blood DK, you want to have the healer that's going to bring the most outside of healing to the group. And to me, that's Resto Shaman right now. Provoker has the 50% damage cut every minute. Yeah, Evoker's like probably like up there, top 3. Why was there groups in the Azure Vault and the Great Push? Because that was one of the dungeons they chose. They should have increased the timer as compensation for the chain nerf. Yeah, they don't really do that. Why would they nerf it? Because they didn't want people using the chains on mobs outside that area. Why were there groups in Azure Vault and the Great Push? Because they added that dungeon as one of the dungeons for it. There's logs of chains doing 50% of the total damage in the key. I don't think that's the main reason they nerfed it, but obviously, yeah. Like if you can kill the rest of the dungeon with the chains, then something needed to happen for sure. It just sucks that like it's so late into the season. This is completely unacceptable in my eyes. They should not be changing things this late into a season. Not like that, at least. It's cool that details showing chain damage now. Right, yeah. The chain shouldn't have existed to begin with. Well, that's the weird thing. They didn't, and then they did. And now they don't. Well, I guess they still do, obviously, but it's like, I just don't really get the back and forth on it. Like, if you wanted to buff them, why didn't you do it earlier? And then if you wanted to nerf them, why didn't you do it earlier? I feel like the Great Push degeneracy is nerfing a bunch of things. Yeah, that's... I've been saying this for years, where like the Great Push is like, well, not just that one, but the MDI is worse, but those two things are like the worst thing that happened to Pugging Mythic Plus year after year. Most people say it's because then you get like people who try to do strategies that only the top players can do, but I don't really ever see that happening. It's just like you start seeing like the meta solidify in a way because of the great push, and then you start seeing more and more things get nerfed or become on the radar of Blizzard to the point that you can't really rely on them as strategies anymore. They should have left the chains alone. It's already late in the season. Yeah, that's my point. Like, I don't know why they did that this late in the season. It says that Blizzard has zero clue what the fuck they're doing. Yeah, but obviously they do. That's the thing. They know what they're doing. They just do it at times that are really not acceptable in my eyes. Wire class is still so imbalanced. Well, I mean, they were balanced, and then they added a new patch with content that made, or with class changes that made it worse. So I wouldn't really say they did that on purpose. You know you won't get past Magma Test, right? Oh no, oh, this boss easy now. Yeah, that's the problem. There's PvP and raiding, and there's like even just like, you know, world content. Like there's all kinds of reasons to keep classes balanced and imbalanced for different reasons, you know? It's never going to be perfectly balanced for any one piece of content, because that's just not possible. I wish they made Mythic Plus a separate game. That's what Sai said back in BFA. He's like, this could literally be its own game, and I totally agree with him. That's kind of weird. They'll nerf chains, but won't tone down the first AoE on the last boss when it pops a shield. Oh yeah. They already did nerf that boss in the beginning of the season, to be fair, but most of the issues with that boss are just people not getting in the right spot beforehand. Something like Dota 2 was a Warcraft mod, then it became its own game. Yeah, no doubt. That did happen. What percentage of your health can you get your blood shields? I think it's like 100% of your health maximum, right? Or maybe it is 70%, I don't know. There is a maximum, I just don't know what it is off the top of my head. So I guess we'll just do the same thing that we normally do over here and just hope that we don't die to Bolstering, which is probably not going to happen. We do have Purgatory up. They could perfectly balance the game. They just don't see the return on it. No, they cannot. But you're right about the first part, yeah. Keeping the game unbalanced creates a rotation of options for people to reroll and keep them in. Yep. And that's part of the game. Like that's just what the game is. Like there will always be advantages to be taken, and that's part of the game.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
Stick with these because this is already getting out of control, feels like.
Beware. Beware.
Chains, hello.
Beware. 3, 2.
That guy's gonna be bullshit like crazy.
Beware.
Everybody using him?
Beware.
Okay. Seems fine. That still worked, no problem. If it wasn't bolstering, I probably would have pulled it all. What in the hell potion did you just use? The Potion of Gusts. Pretty much like needed there for me to get ahead of the group. Otherwise, they're all gonna get here first and end up having threat. As a slow blood DK. Hey Skytow, what's up, buddy? Welcome. You can still chain these, so better off to pull them. Yeah, it's just I was worried about dying to Bolstering. I didn't know exactly what would work and what wouldn't still, because Faxi said some things don't work over now. How does Nelt feel after the changes? I'll let you know if we finish the key, but the timer used to be really... Oh, you didn't use it? The middle three sadly don't. What's that? I don't know what that means.
I'll strip the scales from your flesh.
What happened to Harry Islington? Yeah, I know Harry. He's nothing happened to him. Why? What do you mean? How does blood shield mitigation work? Can you still parry and such with it up? I think parry goes first, no matter what, right? Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Parry and those things come first, and then everything else goes through the shields. You a baseball fan? Yeah, big baseball fan. Second favorite sport. New York Yankees are my team, unfortunately, this year. They still have a chance to save it, but it's not looking good.
Beware. I'll clip your wings. Beware. Beware.
Baseball is based. Yeah, there's bases. Yep, you're right, actually. Okay, we're going to chill on using slappy hands if it comes up. Baseball players are absolute monsters. If you get hit by one of those balls, it will break your bones. Oh, really?
Beware.
Oh, people get hit all the time. They don't break their bones. I don't know. The chains go crazy. Hey, Craig, welcome. I was like, I made that jump perfectly. Oh, somebody got the birds for me. That's awesome. That's really nice. Wow, hold on. That transmog. Yeah. It's the Ice Bane set. I just finished crafting it this morning for the next leveling challenge I've been doing. Why is baseball interesting? Unsure. Hey, Metro, what is your opinion both as Shadow Priests and as healers? I've never played Shadow Priests. I have no idea. You're asking, I guess, on them, right? Not as them? I don't know much about Shadow Priests, honestly, so I don't really have any opinions, but healers have been hit or miss recently. Ever since they made them have more responsibility, it's been difficult to rely on it to be matched. Things certainly felt easier when it was all on tank responsibility in Shadowlands. Probably a biased question, but do you think Dragonflight is worth the 50 bucks? Oh, it absolutely is, yeah. You get so much free content with that $50. You get fucking... Now they're doing a patch every, like, 10 weeks as well, right? So you get patches, like 20 patches as well with that $50 purchase. I'm gearing up my AUG. What do you think is more demanding? Healers or AUGs? It's definitely AUGs, yeah. So now I think we'll just start snapping the stuff down again. We're gonna have to just like do a more conservative route. Blue looks sweet on DK. It would be dope with blue D&D. Yeah, I know. I got blue AMS too. I saw that. Need to change my umbilicus weekaura to be blue. I guess I could do that. I'm not sure if I'm going to actually stick with this transmog though. I like it, but I kind of like the old one a lot too. Do you think they'll add more support classes? I think no. I think the answer is no. If they did, that would really make augmentation less interesting. Is there a tutorial on modding files to change spell colors? Oh, you can't. You can't change the spell colors. That's a glyph that I did that with. You can't change anything that's like coded by the game. That's like grounds for ban if you do that. You have to do that with like file injection, I believe it's called, and that's like you've seen that maybe on I can't remember. There used to be like a program that people would use. And the most famous way people cheated with it was by making the flag, you know, like in Wartsong Gulch or something like that, make the flag model like 40 times larger than it normally is, so you can see it no matter where you are. T-morph, that's it. T-morph, that's the name of it. What is the pool you place on the ground? Death and Decay, yeah. Might be worth pulling bird into lava bear and skipping second bird. How can you skip that? I don't even know you could. Can you just walk around the side or something? They used to not care about life changing, about file changing, so they found out people abused it. Yeah, that's what I said. You can skip it, you need to walk carefully. Evermorph did it, is a different program, I don't even know what that is. Why would it make augmentation less interesting? Because then it wouldn't be unique, right?
Beware.
The only reason it's being played and being like sought after is because it's the only one like that. Because if they make every class have one or something like that, then all of a sudden it's just going to be which one's the most powerful instead of which one's the most interesting. It would be like, I imagine it would be taxing on them to find out ways to make them all balanced as well, without them just being the exact same. I used to use T-Morph just to change my race. Yeah, that was probably the original purpose for it, but I wish there was a melee support class. I like Aug, but I'm a melee tank guy myself. I don't enjoy caster play. Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess Paladin, Rep Paladin. You know, I really wish they would just give Rep Paladin the buffs back. T-Morph still exists? Why did it? I didn't realize it didn't exist. Like, I didn't expect it to not exist. Didn't get interrupts here. At this point, they have to completely redesign Aug to release another support, since Aug is a defensive and offense buffer. Yeah, exactly what I'm saying. If you have too many of the exact same thing, then it just kills its interest. What is unique these days, though? It's only builder, spender, and or burst windows. I mean, that doesn't really... Like, if that was true, then every class would be brought for the same... You know what I mean? There's obviously differences about the classes. What? Okay, apparently that's got a really long range on it. A-bomb limb. What spell is Slappy Hams? Yeah, Abomination Limb, yeah. It depends what their philosophy is. If they want a support class in every group, they should make more support classes so Aug Evoker isn't the only spec. I don't think they want that. That's just what the meta wants. Blizzard doesn't like necessarily like make the game to have a specific meta. You guys are crushing this right now? We were until that happened. Looking forward to Mage support, healer, tank. Nice. Reverb slam is no joke. I just didn't think it would be able to hit me from that far away. Still recoverable, to be honest, but it's going to be tight. I think it's probably not going to be an upgrade because now we can't pull the ending the way we want to. Should be easy since the flares are dead. Wait, what happened here? They didn't even kill the mobs? That's it for sure then, yeah. How did they... Oh, everybody wiped. I thought they somehow killed the mobs. Yes, that's that. Send a pic of where to skip the last pack. Well, either way, I'm not going to be doing it, but thanks. Bolstered blacksmiths really hurt. Yeah, well, that's why I tried to kite them. I didn't think they would hit me. Any guess on how long until end of season 2? Nah, I would have guessed a couple months ago, but now I have no idea. It seems like it's going to be longer in season 1. That's fine, just something to check out for future. I mean, I don't plan on doing it. Like, I don't plan on adding that to the route. Probably another 2.5 months. Well, normally it would be 20 weeks. Like, it seemed like they were going with 20 weeks, so I don't think they're gonna still do that though at this point, because 10.17 isn't even out yet. Can't wait for Grim Patrol Mythic Plus. Oh god, don't say that. I guess 6 weeks until 10.17, and then another 6 weeks for 10.2. It would probably be more like 8 weeks. Usually raids take 8 weeks cycle, like to test, you know. Wouldn't be surprised if they push out 10.2 on the PTR while 10.17 is on the PTR too. I don't really think they would do that, honestly. Not a raid patch. Maybe they would do that for those smaller patches, but I don't think so. Max, you really I don't know, man. I don't really enjoy reading your comments, buddy. I don't really. If you're sure that the key is not in time, why don't you leave? Well, I don't need keys, first of all, but second of all, because I need completion. We're definitely not going to get 8 done this week. They will drop 10.17 immediately and then put 10.2 on the PTR. Yeah, they definitely will, but it's still going to take like a full 8-week cycle no matter when they do that. It has the revamped Brewfest. Yeah, so that's definitely coming out whenever, like, whatever Halloween and Brewfest. I don't actually know when they start, but it'll be out before that for sure. So whatever, like, the maximum time for that is, and then add 8 weeks. That'll probably be when the season ends. How many repeat cycles did we have for season 1? It was 20 weeks on the dot, yeah. So I thought that was some plan that they had, and since it was such an even number. Hopefully you didn't answer this right. Did your route change because of how the new change? This is the first time I've done the dungeons since, so I have no idea. I'll just have to figure it out as it comes, but I didn't intend on changing the route. Bolstering makes this a tough push week. Yeah, the bolstering changes have been good, but still bad. I was just asking about the first pull. Oh yeah, well we did that in different order just because there was no way we were going to survive it with bolstering. Did you feel any difference? What do you mean with the chains? Oh yeah, absolutely huge difference. Bolstering's like massive. It's like a huge difference. Used to make the dungeon so much longer. Now it doesn't do that at all anymore.
Beware. Beware.
This shit in the middle doesn't work at all now, right? I'm pretty sure. What's going on with these mobs? Everybody probably thinks this week is easy if they're not the tank, but definitely a harder week for the tank. I really like the affix changes. I think they're all in a pretty good spot. Gotcha. Yeah, they definitely nerfed all of them, so it's as easy as some of them can get, really. So these mobs just reset, or what's happening? I don't even understand. Where are they? I don't see them. Push back against advice from chat, because I'm not looking for advice, buddy. If I ask for something and you answer it, that's great, but I'm not looking for advice constantly. I'm trying to figure this out on my own. I'm not trying to constantly get told what to do by people that I don't even know. Did those two guys reset? I have no idea. Gonna give me some advice. Tell me what happened to those mobs. Same thing happened to me in my key last week. Those mobs didn't even snap down and then they just reset. So that's like the key over either way then. Okay, yeah, we pretty much need like a whole new route for this dungeon, it seems. It seems they silently fixed them snapping down. Did they? Like that's 100% going to happen every time now? It's possible actually, because that would be one of the issues that people would have been exploiting in the Great Push. It's sad they're doing all these changes more than halfway through the season. That's my point. It really sucks to have these big changes to the dungeon come in the middle of the season. It's really like deflating. Like I spent a lot of time preparing the previous route and now it's just gone. Like you just can't do that route anymore. Not particularly fun. Look out Purgatory, and there it goes. We're gonna open up. I thought you were trying to time the dungeons you do, but definitely just going for completion. Yeah, see, that attitude is why I don't enjoy reading your comments. You think that you know something more than I do, and you don't have any respect for me. You think your opinions are more important than mine, and that's very disrespectful. So, thanks, but no thanks. I pulled the two guys with the mini boss and skipped the stairs. Something isn't super dangerous, and it's pretty decent. Yeah, I'm gonna need a whole new route here, so we'll look into other options. But I don't mind changes happening, but they make the route so much different, and they need to happen early, if not at all. I got my first ever Keystone Hero as a tank, and I feel like my comfortable routes no longer work. Exactly, yeah, that's the thing that's frustrating. Yeah, I don't know where we even get count. What's the simpler pack of the two? The left? I have no idea. Does this even count? Like I have no idea. The season got invalidated anyway with Ogvoker. Yeah, I mean it's all a mess really. I have no idea. This is all gonna aggro? Yeah, the whole thing just aggroed, so that's GG. Ogvoker's inflated everyone's score by 200, which is wild to think about. Typical dwarf behavior. I like dwarf. What a disgrace to the dwarf community. Just the WoW community in general. It's weird how like in other games like backseat gaming is like heavily understood to be frowned upon, but for some reason in WoW if I don't want to hear backseat gaming I'm doing something wrong. It's truly a joy watching your content, Metro. It's rare coming across a creator that seems to enjoy the game. I do enjoy the game a lot. It's really such a important part of my life.
Have some trinkets. Come forth.
The game's not dead. You're playing a dead spec, which is why you're ranked highly. Enjoy the game, but not the people who play it. Yeah, unfortunately, the community is the worst part about the game by like a mile. I really don't even have any like other actual complaints about the game at this point. All of my complaints were fixed with Dragonflight. The only other thing I want to see now is them making a classic version of the world for Chromie time. Here is where we see if any of the pugs leave a millisecond before it goes over time. Do you play other games off stream? I was playing a lot of Diablo 2, but I just kind of stopped. I didn't really have any reason. I just stopped. Golf is my main hobby outside of WoW. They could lust during the stun and burn a bit of the boss health. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's not necessarily guaranteed to be out of time at this point, but if you were to advise a new player picking tank, which class would you recommend? I would advise them to try them all and figure out which one they identify with the most, not just pick one based on strengths or weaknesses. It's a really awkward place to tank them. How are you enjoying the new server and new guilds? Oh, I'm not, yeah. I'm not. As long as nobody dies, it should still be in time. So that tells you everything you need to know. Then this key is actually still very easy. Because we really like, I mean, this was a complete mess. Like, we couldn't have done it worse. If we didn't wipe to that, this would have been like a super easy upgrade. I told you this was in the bag. You were right. All this drama from the Max guy saying Metro ruined the key and it's still in time. Easy. Got lucky there, no doubt. I don't know how the fuck that's an upgrade. First 24 though, too. That's pretty cool. What dungeon do you want in Season 3? That's a difficult question to answer right now, but... congrats on your first 24. Yeah, first 24. There you go. Definitely put words in my mouth. I mean, are you surprised?
Until next time.
Sorry about bad luck. I didn't know this place well enough for it. Well done. Thanks. Yeah, that was a weird one. I didn't expect to upgrade that. Bright side. Hey, what's up, buddy? Glad you're here. Neltharus. I just pray that Mega Dungeon won't go in the rotation. It has the worst corpse run in halls. Oh, that one's like the only one that's guaranteed to go in, right? Everything else is up in the air, but that one's definitely coming in. Look at those self heals. Continue 24 this week. That would be the goal, yeah. But we are running out of time. We only have 2 hours left for today and then tomorrow's stream. And I did want to start early and get a nice long one in tomorrow, but I'm not exactly sure when I can start now because I have some obligations I need to take care of before the stream starts tomorrow. So hopefully I'll be back plenty of time, but I think maybe like it might still have to start around 11. Okay. Well, that's our first 24 in time. That was a really weird one. Question for everyone. Do you guys put the cornflakes into the bowl first or the water? The water? Do you mean the milk? I don't think the Mega Dungeon corpse runs are bad. There are a lot of checkpoints. Gotcha. Almost 300 million from chains. Yeah, let's take a look at that. I just noticed there's like no demon hunters on your list. Yeah, let's take a look at demon hunters, sure. There's been a few. That wasn't that long ago. Let's see total. There's been 59 demon hunters, so that's not even the worst. It's close though. Rogue and monk are lower. And DK is the worst, of course. Melee in general is pretty bad right now, but Mark, what's up, buddy? Welcome. How's it going? Thanks. Wait, what? Thanks. It's going great, yeah. Are disbands this season worse than last season? It's about the same, I think. What was last season's stats? It's pretty bad, but it's about the same. Oh, actually, no, it's way worse. Yeah, okay, it's way worse. I thought it would be about the same. Last season, and towards the end, we had absolute calamity. I think the season 1 factor is a big deal, though. Like, season 1, you complete a lot more keys early on because everybody needs gear for a lot longer. Cool, so we got 14 points from that. That was pretty big. I'm really shocked by that. I cannot believe we upgraded that. We're going to need a whole new route for that dungeon, but it'll be a while before we do it again on Fortified, so I'll worry about it then. See what more information comes in on those changes. I heard Havoc has some issues with their spec, but not sure since I only play Vengeance. Gotcha. Do you have an upgrade percentage per specific dungeon? Yes. Should be in the bottom of the sheet. Yeah, there you go. So as you can see, Neltharus is actually the worst disband rate. Or no, it's not. These two are worse. Vortex Pinnacle and Neltharian's Lair are really bad. In terms of upgrades, the best has been Brackenhide and Underrot, which I don't think anybody's surprised by. Surprised that Neltharus has such a high disband? Not me. Like, we have constant issues in that dungeon. A lot of people fuck around in there too, like on the last boss especially. How is Warrior in hierarchies? Not, I would say bad, but a lot of people like them. I would say they're the worst possible thing you can take to keys right now, but mostly because of their lack of utility and like unique value to keys. Fortified has a higher upgrade percentage. Can we safely say Fortified is easier to push? Oh, it absolutely is. Yeah, 100%. Not even. It's like not even. I wouldn't even say it's close. What trinkets are you running again? Not very good ones, but I have this one that I think is really good. I'd keep this no matter what I think, but this one's obviously not really the ideal pick there, I don't think, but it's solid. Got a high amount of verse, and that primary stab proc is up a lot. Let's take a look at that. Words. What's it called? Yeah, 33% of the time we're in combat. That's pretty good. Solid for a trinket. Couple 24 Oldemans. Damage was nuts in that group, though. That was the main reason we upgraded that, right? 180k overall. That's crazy. But yeah, the weapons did not beat a damage dealer, and that's after they nerfed them. So before that, they would have probably been the top damage dealer. Heart of Thunder's damage is really good. It's a great trinket all around. It does good damage, and it's got versatility on it, so I'm satisfied with that. It's not very good damage, frankly, but it's still very good. Like, I think, you know, the fact that it's almost losing to the embellishments is kind of unfortunate, but would you ever go back to Orc? I was thinking about it, but now that they made, or I guess they are eventually making, all the gold cross rate, like you can trade gold cross realm and shit, I don't think I have any reason to. I like playing Alliance a lot. The only reason I was going to go back was because all my gold's on that realm. Do raid or only do Mythic Plus? Yeah, I'm done raiding. I don't think I'll ever raid again at this point. They want Druid tank now in high keys. Yep. That's the issue. Pushkin. That's funny. It scares me on Bolster, Olderman. Is that what we got invited to? I wouldn't really be too worried about it, but yeah, 4 in here is going to be tough. Cross-realm trading was a huge advertised feature and has not worked yet this patch. Yeah, it's really weird. What happened to the raid scene? What do you mean the raid? I just don't have time for raiding. That's like the main reason I don't raid anymore, but I don't know about the raid scene itself. I hate raiding so much, but clearing heroic raid really isn't that bad. Oh yeah. I just don't really have time. Most like raid groups run at times I'm basically asleep nowadays, so. But the main like thing that started me down this path was just like the lack of people that I enjoy playing with. I've just really become like a lone wolf in this game, which might sound like a bad thing, but it's still enjoyable, so. I'm pretty sure that feature broke EU servers on patch release. Oh god, I forgot about that. I'm finding people want me to have the legendary on 26 now on Invoker. It's frustrating, I bet, yeah. Raiding is boring. You spend most of your time running back to the boss after a wipe. Oh, yeah. I definitely don't find it boring, but, I don't know. What time do you usually sleep? I go to bed at like 10 o'clock now. I like lay down at like 9-ish anymore. So. What else? Hope it's back soon. I have some stuff I need to send. Yeah, me too. Which expansion have you gotten the highest IO score? If you're talking about just like pure number, obviously. Shadowlands Season 4 is not it's like not even close, right? Is Blood DK not a good tank right now for Mythic Plus? Let's see what Subcreation says, but I don't really like compare. I don't really do comparisons much anymore, so I have no idea. Raiding with a group of people you like can be fun. That's my point. Like, that's the thing I used to love. And I didn't realize, like, I loved that, like, the proportion of me loving raid versus loving raiding with people that I liked was like 90 to 10. Like, I didn't really even enjoy raiding at all. I only really enjoyed healing raids. And then as soon as I stopped raiding with people I loved raiding with, I'm like, wow, this is not fun at all. It's like way less fun than Mythic Plus. Especially as a Blood DK, because man, is it so fucking boring to play Blood DK in a lot of those raid fights. I hear cranes be falling in New York City. What does that mean? To be fair, Metro, you don't really fit in with the flavor of the month community since you stick to your own way of doing, so that makes sense. Correct, yep. I mean, I don't really feel like I fit in with this game's community at all anymore. That's why I said, like, I don't really, I think, like, the worst thing about the game is the community. They've basically taken, like, a stranglehold on this game's socialization, and it's so much less fun than it used to be because of that. Back in the day, like, everybody had, like, a similar mindset, and the people who didn't were, like, the ones that you'd end up not seeing a lot, but now it's the opposite. Like, the people who are, like, flavor of the month rerollers, and, like, I guess it's just, like, really young people, like, honestly. But there was a crane that collapsed in Hell's Kitchen. Oh, wow. Worst part of raiding is being 20-man. Too many people to find a group fun to play with. Maybe. Oh, I have... No shot Worgen is bad luck. Will stand and poop more likely. You seem to be doing well. Just weird to see their tier so low. Yeah, it's not great. The big issue has been their damage, I think, has really held them back. If you're not trying to min-max, copy the 1%, then why play WoW? Because I enjoy the game, yeah. I don't give a fuck about min-maxing, dude. I can tell you do, though. I don't get how people have time to reroll and gear all these characters. Well, a lot of people who do that are more like they're only rerolling because they think it's their only way of success, so they don't really care about time. They look at it as like, well, I'm pretty much fucked if I don't reroll, you know, because they have that weird mentality of it. I only play Pally and Druid. I've been blessed this expansion. Nice, yeah, you've been lucky. The Pally expansion for sure. So far this week it's been Blood and Death Knight with pushing keys. What's that mean? Oh, Blood and Druid, gotcha. The heroic pug scene really isn't that bad. I can get groups that clear in 1.5 hours. Yeah, it's just like I don't really want to do heroic, that's the thing. It's not very fun to tank. 5-mans are infinitely more fun. In that 1.5 hours, I could have far more fun in Mythic Plus. A lot of people see their achievements in WoW as something they can like put on a resume. Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of people don't recognize the game for what it is, it seems. Have you had a group without an Ogvoker? Oh yeah, we have plenty. Do you avoid playing with certain servers? No, unfortunately, there's just too few people to do that. Do you have alts? Not really, no. I'm going to play a second Death Knight soon, but I don't know when. Whenever we hit another wall on this character, then we'll probably start. Oh, that guy's also got the full set on. I need to get the cloak crafted. That's the only one I don't have right now. I didn't realize it was going to be... Well, I guess I should have realized, but I didn't think it was going to be tailoring. We got a full frost resist set in here on 2 players. I think I'll log in, fire up the old Blood DK, and see what is what. Yeah, it's really fun. If you're just especially if you're like just looking to do lower keys, playing an undergeared Blood DK is like the pinnacle of fun you'll ever find. Lock on Copium Lifeline since launch. Season 3 is going to be R tier. Sweet. Why do you only play Blood DK? Because it's so much more fun than everything else that it's hard to enjoy the other things. Alright, here we go. This will probably still do that massive pull at the start. Well, I don't know what we're going to do after that. I'm a new player. I'm curious, how long did it take you to nail down your rotation? Oh, I don't really consider my rotation nailed down, honestly. I'm not very good at the actual maximizing of the rotation of the spec.
Lies a vault that holds a disc of Keeper Tyr's memories. Find that disc and bring it back to me. It may contain the knowledge we need to regain our strength.
Oh, I interrupted nothing.
Run away, little girl.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. I'm in max world content, skip all narration, and flame anyone under 70 for not being serious enough. Yeah, and then go into their streams and tell them all the shit they're doing wrong whenever you do that too, probably.
Run away, little girl. Intruders here to make our riches, I bet. Have we found any witches?
We'll do it like this. This is a little bit more conservative, but I think it's a good idea for Fort Bolstering.
No one steals from us. Time to teach these lunkheads a lesson.
You still have Purgatory too, that's good.
Run away, little girl.
What? How'd that hit? Okay, this is the first game where I feel like I have to leave to learn about it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's not really that common, I guess, in other games, but it's pretty common in WoW. Morning Metro, do you think as Blood DK you have a harder time on Fort Weeks? It's definitely harder, no doubt, yeah. I wouldn't even say it's close. But with Ogvoker, it really blurs the line a little bit. I really wish we can stop just wildly knocking mobs around. That is the one thing that hurts Blood DK the most that any group player can do. Knock mobs out of my D&D. Sounds like a pretty good order, I think. 4 or 5 weeks feel unpredictable as a healer. Yeah, especially bolstering, right? It's Boomy and Og doing it, yep. Pretty much just kill the Geomancer and then move. I think it's the right choice here. Well, we can't let the mob get too low. Right, we're gonna have to go, I guess, now. Yeah, way too low. Wait, oh shit, I just got stunned. Oh, this is so dangerous. It's not gonna bolster these mobs on the boss, is it? I know it won't bolster the actual boss, but... All the trash killed now, right? You're just saying, why don't you do the first boss first? I don't know, this is just the route we did last week, so I'm still trying to figure out exactly what we should change for Fortified Bolstering week. If you're trying to push highest level and game content and you're not putting in effort, alright, see man, I'm gonna end our time together. I wouldn't necessarily say I enjoyed it, but it's for your input regardless.
Get out here and smash them.
What's the point of pulling those mobs in the boss? When they enrage everything around them, and it's been like it makes the mobs take more damage, and it could be like a massive swing of time gained. So when we did this last week, we like literally did not have a single death in the key and didn't upgrade the key, and I wasn't doing that. So I feel like this and what we're gonna do on the next boss, same thing. Those are probably like the biggest ways to gain time in a higher key. Paladins can do all 3 rolls, right? Yep. Ret DPS as melee, Pro as tank, and Holy as healer. I think we need to kill this now.
Always wins.
And this we can just go right to boss. Such a small pull. Love the Mog. Yeah, me too. I've been wanting to get this since fucking Classic, man. This was definitely my favorite thing they've added back in this patch. Coming from this lurker, that max person was something for sure. Just wanted to say, keep being awesome, Metro. I'm glad people like that don't bother you. Yeah, no worries. That's like a serious percentage of the game anymore. Like, people just think like you can't play the game for fun anymore. And if you try to play the game for fun, you're somehow being rude to someone else, as people are. I don't really know how you can like go through your life like that. It's kind of wild. It's going to be a short and disappointing life if you live your whole life like that. Grippy hand is so convenient. It's such a, like, DK in general is such a good, like, thing to have at times. Like, some of these pulls really only work because I can grip the mobs around. Hey, Germbeck, what's up, buddy? Welcome. I see that Nell's chains were nerfed. Yeah, but we just did it on 24 and upgraded it, like, easily. So I don't even know, like, how big of a nerf it actually was. But we did end up having a really, really, really good damage in the group, I think, is the big thing. I just realized we're on week 12. 10 should season 3 should come in 8 to 10 weeks. Yeah, I don't think that's happening anymore. I would have bet on that in the first season, but yeah, I don't think so.
Nice work. That frog has been a real pest.
We know how to open the door, but that ugly rockhead always here's marvelous mustache. Another locked door.
Leave this to me.
The nerf is that some mobs won't get hit and make it explode. Yep. But it didn't like cause us to have any issues with the timer. That's what I'm saying. So I'm surprised, because I figured that was going to be a big change. Oh, I got hit by that. That's not good. Purgatory. Got hit by another one. Dead. Probably just run back. Anyway, there are so many lingo words I don't understand yet. Yeah, that's another problem. A lot of like Slang words. That's always been true about WoW. Planning any alt streaming? I'll be playing another Death Knight probably in the coming weeks. I'm not exactly sure when. Think we will get a 0.3 patch like back in BFA. I don't know. I've been thinking about that. I have a video coming for what my thoughts on the rest of Shadow or the rest of Dragonflight and the next expansion are gonna look like. But I just realized this game came out when I was 6. Yeah, 20 years old soon. The drill thing at the entrance is a skip. Or would it? Oh, it would have taken me there, wouldn't it? Yeah, I didn't think the skip. Like, I thought the skip was past this boss, not before it. Good tip.
Halt! The unworthy will not enter this hallowed.
All right, so that was a big time loss there, but
Secrets will be protected.
DK DPS? No, just another blood DK. Yeah.
Beware.
Been playing this game half my life. Yeah, it's pretty nuts. Feeling like make a Death Knight to relive the Arthas fantasy. Yeah, you can make a nice human DK. Latsu was 2 years old when the game came out. Yeah, it's nuts. I was 15, I guess. Yeah. 14? 15? Probably 15.
Beware.
Have you tried the new dungeon? No.
Beware.
We were around the same age. I'm 34, yeah. You got to roll Pally and then murder an innocent city to RP as Arthas. Yeah, that's definitely a little bit more aggressive than just playing a style or a character in a game. You're the same age as me. Yeah, I'm 34 too. Sweet. 34s rise up. I said this last season, but like I feel like 30 is like the prime age. Like once you're 30, I wasted so much time and also like money and stuff on my 20s. But 30 is like I feel like I'm actually like becoming a person now.
Beware.
You're 34 as well? Holy shit. Anybody not 34 here? 30 is when it goes all downhill. I feel like it's the opposite, yeah. Same, I wasted so much time and money when I was younger. Yeah, just like frivolous adventures that I didn't go anywhere with. 35 here, prime game time, yep. Just turned 29. Good things coming up then, buddy. Stay tuned. I guess like if you didn't stay tuned, that would be like really bad, so yeah. Now I just don't care. I used to care what people thought in my 20s. Yeah, exactly. I'm 32 and feel like you're getting on your head. You're getting your head on your shoulders when you're 30. Yeah, I totally agree. Turned 34 last month. Smart. That was a really good choice you made.
Some kind of library.
This is gonna be really difficult with bolstering, I feel like.
Maybe we can find a new treasure map. We'll have a look before we go on ahead.
I have a shaman who's 50 in my group that I run with. That's cool. My eye level is high though. For me, 40 has been the best so far. Does it even get better? Holy shit, maybe. Maybe I'm wrong about 30. Maybe it's 40. 40 is like when your body starts functioning less optimally though, usually. Okay, that actually was fine. I think we've been gaming so long, it's pretty much part of us. Absolutely, yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Life really does begin at 40. Up to that point, it's just research. Oh, really? Since it's not Tyrannical, why people use blow-ups on the boss instead of in big pulls? Boss is still going to be like the most useful bloodlust a lot of times. More aches and pains for sure, but a better place in life. Sweet, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, who knows where I'll be in 6 years. WoW will still be a thing, hopefully. Still be streaming it, hopefully. I don't know. I'm 33 and still poor. Your 30s only get better, yeah. Kind of got, like, it kind of got unlucky too with COVID starting right as I turned 30, pretty much.
Beware.
WoW 3.0. You'll be playing WoW 2. As long as you take care of your own body, your health won't deteriorate significantly until you're in your 60s. Oh no, I didn't mean like health or anything. I just meant like hormone and just kind of, you know, your body starts to slow down. It's optimization. I'm 34 too, and I'm in the best shape of my life. That's awesome. I'm really glad to hear that. Sorry, you deserve that. I'm 25 and never had a job. Oh, that's kind of like Harry's story then. Okay, that's the healer dead, so that's pretty much the key right there. '30s is great. I'm finally in a position with my finances where I feel secure. That's awesome. My average DPS right now is 60k. As what? Just had the most unreal Underrod 13 experience ever. Had a 427 assassination rogue do 31k overall. Oh wow, that's pretty low. Do you think WoW will ever come out on Xbox? Maybe eventually. I have no idea. Rep Pally? That's pretty low, yeah. That pack, do you think if you can survive it, you were to play another tank with the same eye level? Oh, I have no idea. I've never even thought about that. I could have survived it no matter what. If you're talking about, like, you're asking why I died in there, I just didn't play right. I didn't think that it was the healer who was dead, so I was kind of just sitting there reading chat. I just hit 420, so I'm working on gearing up. Oh, 420, I know about that one. Blaze it, yeah, hashtag blaze it. I mean, we're gonna have a nuclear war. Oh, really? With who? Oh, is that Oppenheimer film? You're talking about that? I haven't seen it yet. Was it good? Oppenheimer is just a documentary, is it really?
Purging protocols activated.
You have to do Barbie before Oppenheimer? Yeah, I haven't actually, I didn't intend on seeing Barbie, but after I've heard all the good things about it, I might. I definitely won't be seeing both of them together, though. That sounds crazy. The sex scenes were mad long. Sex scenes, really? In a fucking Christopher Nolan film, I'm surprised. Ken totally mains Paladin, does he? Blood Elf Paladin. What sex scenes? In Barbie? No, in Oppenheimer. I heard there was, actually. I forgot about that. I don't even know who, like, the leads are. Other than, like, who actually had sex. I don't even know. Go to a drive-in and see Barbie Oppenheimer double feature. I actually wouldn't mind going to a drive-in. But I love the popcorn at the movie theater I go to. I don't know if they have it good there. I'm going to Barbie tonight. I'm hoping it's like the music video for Black Hole Sun. Blood Elf Paladin is better than Orc, Shaman, and Death Knight, then Orc Warrior, and then everything else. Blood Elf Paladin, definitely like my least. I spent way too many years on a Blood Elf Paladin to enjoy it now. Those male Blood Elf animations are horrendous. The worst animations in the game, if you ask me. I will never go back to Blood Elf Paladin. Male. I could see myself playing female, though. It's actually decent. But when I was younger, I felt it was really weird to play a female, especially a female Blood Elf, because everybody like overly sexualized that race so bad. That augmentation almost just wiped y'all. Why? What happened there? How you drove the circle over everybody, right? You don't like spirit fingers casting a blood elf male? I can't stand that fucking animation. It's terrible.
Beware. 3, 2, 1.
My warrior was male blood elf. I race changed to troll. Animations are better. Yeah, warriors. What? Like fury or the original classic animations for warrior are really good as troll too, but I miss the undead, the old undead male animations. Oh really? Which ones? It's probably just like the heroic strike animation, right? Like that is the #1 icon or #1 animation in the game from classic that I miss. It's still there for a few spells, but very few. Bullrug, what's up, buddy? Welcome. Like human paladin can still do it if they get Hammer of the Righteous or whatever instead of Blessed Hammers.
Enemy
The slams, the running, and the casting, gotcha. I like the Fury Warrior Troll animations. Their haste buff ratio is quite unique. Yeah, it's quite nice. Yeah, it's cool. That was always something that was powerful. Animations and sounds are really good in Classic for Warriors. Yeah, because like Warrior was like the spec back then, right? So, okay, well I just realized I forgot we needed a priest for this skip, so.
All of this stuff.
The heroes. You can keep searching for whatever it is you folks are after. Yeah, we're calling dibs on this room. Safe travels all.
Oh, it only works on those guys? Yeah, I don't know if this skip works, honestly. I've seen this pull both times we've tried it now. I have a Blood Elf Pally, a male DK, and a Pally. I feel insulted. I didn't even notice your new Transmog till now. Yeah, I just got that crafted this morning. To be fair, we should have more toys or something to look like other races. Oh yeah. So yeah, I don't think this is gonna be possible. Where are we? Oh, I see. Just gonna be way overcount here, and we'll just invis pot again at the end. I mean, you got by without aggroing. Yeah, just not reliable though, right? Like if it happens, like that's a key right there. You know what I mean? We can't have that. Especially if like it pulls and we end up not needing it for count, then it's like super fucked. This dungeon is so painful. I don't understand why they don't nerf it. Oh, really? You think it's the hardest dungeon? You have to do a night elf skip? No, I got like facts. I got right by it, but others didn't, so I don't. It seems like it's just too tight. Hey Unicorn, what's up, buddy? Welcome. I hope that with more classes becoming available, we'll see paladins for night elves. Yeah, we talked a lot about this. I'm sure you've heard me say it, but yeah, it's just. They have to make mounts for any race that they make for paladins, so it's going to be a lot more work. But they did the same thing for Warlock. They added up all kinds of new class shit, so they're probably going to do it. I don't know how I never noticed, but you don't have damage numbers anywhere. Do those distract you? Yeah, I turned them off. They're way distracting. You don't need that shit on the screen at all. Maybe the stealth detect has a larger detection radius. Oh, we haven't tried. You're talking about for that skip? I haven't tried shrouding it, but I'll say it for people back in the back. Void Elf Paladins. I don't use floating combat text either. I turned them off when I was a healer and found them irrelevant in modern WoW. Yeah, you definitely, like, there's just no need to use them.
3, 2, 1.
This is gonna be really bullshit, I just realized. Because this guy's got way more health than everything else. Gnome should be removed. Same for Vampire and Goblin. I don't think that's possible now. But I definitely think Goblin's the worst race in the game by a mile. What eye level should I be to start really pushing keys? Yeah, don't worry about eye level. Just push, like, just do your own key until you fail, basically.
3, 2, 1.
That's bad. We just bullshit those. Bonk. One shot that guy. Move Valpyra already and kill the Uwus. No, we love the Uwus. No, Paladin doesn't make sense, as the cow rogue is nothing subtle on cow rogues. I have a Cultiran rogue. It's a fat rogue. Gotcha. I got rid of the, we read the Army of Light, blah, blah, blah. Torn Rogue, I rest my case. Logic is out the window. Yeah, it's not about that anymore. They're doing it now just for gameplay reasons. Like, there's no real reason that they should be restricting the lore. Like I said this a long time ago. Like, Tauren warriors or whatever, like Tauren as a race, has been playing alongside rogues for 20 years. There's absolutely no way that you're going to convince me that in the lore, the fucking orc rogues can't just teach the Tauren to be rogues. Like, it doesn't even make sense. They've been together for 20 years, you know what I mean? My Blood DK was 413. I did my 16 with no problem. Then came yesterday, 415 Blood DK, attempted another 16 and absolutely got murdered by trash. Yeah, Fortified is going to be hard for undergeared tanks, no doubt. Lore-wise, you can make literally anything make sense. Yeah, well, I mean, that's true, but... Sylvanas would never allow Valpyras.
What have we here? Alexstras's love. 3, 2, 1. Deny your queen her prize. The disc you seek will be mine.
I'm talking about cinematic. How many 400-pound ballerinas you saw in your life? Yeah, like an expansion after a class being introduced. All races should be able to be that class. Yeah, I agree. They'll bring back Sylvanas and not War Chief Darash. No, they brought back Darash. He just died again. Any tips for bolstering week? I'm Prot Warrior. I don't play Prot Warrior, sorry. It's another one that's like still in time though. I don't even.
3, 2.
To be fair, at this point in the game, I don't get the race class restrictions. Not in this day and age, anyway. Right, that's what I'm saying. It's just like surpassed any actual lore reasons. I just want Drakthir to be able to choose their humanoid form like every other dragon. Oh yeah. Makes no sense. Void elves can't be demon hunters. Yeah, you're right. Do you think it'd be sick or too much if they added hybrid specs like Ascension? Nah, that's not gonna ever work in live WoW. You're not even allowed to fucking play the specs you want without people getting on your case about it. Hybrid specs just don't have any purpose in this game's community. It was horrible how many tanks were pulling like it wasn't bolstering week. Unfortunately, like, you kind of have to. Like, you can't really slow it down that much. Why dwarves can't be demon hunters or evokers? I'm not sure. Well, evokers, that would make sense, but... I think the idea is cool, but even in Ascension, they have BIS cookie cutter builds. Yeah, the people that play this game just don't really like allow for that anymore. Uldaman is one dungeon that should never have been Mythic Plus. Why? This is a whole new Uldaman, so. One thing is not stopping, but not even kiting a bit, and just standing there getting hit is another. I'm hoping for Scarlet Monastery. That one's probably on the table just because they already did those. Did they pull? Yeah, they don't have pots. I wish we could have a Deadmine Mythic Plus or something. Do more with vanilla dungeons. Yeah, no doubt. Are they going to deplete over the skip? Well, it's kind of my bad because we kind of got turned around in turns of count. Yeah, it's probably out of time now. Still possible to upgrade? I don't think so. This fight's definitely over 3 minutes, right? Without lust. This dungeon is better now. Only needs a nerf on the 4th boss. Gotcha. Can you imagine a Wailing Caverns Mythic Plus? No, I can't really imagine any of those old classic dungeons as Mythic Plus would be really bad. 4th boss nerf in here? No, that's definitely the hardest boss. Emberon? You're talking about Emberon being the easiest boss? That's definitely the hardest boss. I wish we could see Deadmine's Mythic Plus, I know. You and the other 40 people keep bringing it up. How about old dungeons as Mythic Zero dungeons? That pretty much already exists. You can do that if you want. They're just not going to drop any loot that you need. Isn't the sand mechanic sort of a lust? Well, that's just part of the timer, though. Like, you're expecting to have that. I think Scarlet Monastery could be a fun Mythic Plus. Yeah, it's already been a challenge mode, and I think it was one of the better ones. It was hard, but it was one of the better ones. You could time this, actually? I don't think so. Wow, Hobbs was doing Mythic Plus long before Mythic Plus was invented. Fourth boss is the Golem. Too much stuff happening. Yeah, that one's definitely reliably the hardest fight. Wow, Hobbs, now that's a blast from the past. Yeah, what's he up to? 17 deaths, so you really don't expect to upgrade. This would be another one like the Neltharus then at this point. Like, if we upgrade this, it'd be crazy. He streams Hearthstone now. Oh, cool. The mobs in this dungeon are the problem, not the bosses. I disagree. Actually, we do it, I think. That knockback sucks, but yeah. We do it. Another fucking... What is going on? Okay. Just kind of winging it and getting easy upgrades here. Fuck the route up yet again. Just don't bring routes. You don't need routes. Just wing it. Grats, dude. I don't feel like that's very grats worthy, but yeah.
It is good to see you here.
That was a close one, yeah, no doubt. Clean run. Yeah, 17 deaths and still upgraded. That's wild. Big key. Yeah, that was pretty nuts. 224s today now. Cool. The 10% DK. Yeah. Yeah, both of them really wouldn't have been an upgrade without that buff, right? If the key went the exact same way. You're the #1 tank on Dalaran? Oh, am I now? There was somebody who was higher than me for a while. I haven't looked really. Let's take a look. These runs are more proof. People give up way too early. Well, yeah, there's no shortage of proof on that. That's for sure. Yeah, you're right. The other guy is... Oh, he's only 4 points below me. Well, actually, that was before this key, right? Yeah, now I'm way higher. All right, cool. Seconds to spare. Yeah, great work. Not really. That's my point. It was not great work. That was not a good run at all. Again, pretty much DPS was the reason we upgraded it. Healer did pretty well too, 60k there. But I guess, yeah, Ford is just way looser in here than the rest. Flat out like died and didn't fucking take the run back and shit. May I see your talent build? Sure, take a look. I had a mage leave yesterday mid Brackenhide on the tree boss because he messed up his rotation. What the hell? That deep into the dungeon? The 17 deaths were just for a challenge. Ogvoker putting in work. Yeah, more than work, I think. Alright, let's get back to it. We got another hour here, maybe an hour and a half, depending. If we get a quick disband and then one completed key, that'd pretty much be the formula. Is it worth having him in the group with 25k DPS? What? Time rift up if you do those? Nah. Evoker, I mean? Why is he not doing 25k? I don't know why you'd say that. But yes, it is worth having him in the group. Are you flexing between IBF and AMZ? Nah, I've never run an AMZ once this season. How does it feel running Fortified without rune tap? Yeah, rune tap's not really needed, I don't feel like. You have so many CDs on the poll. There was like 1 or 2 dungeons, 1 or 2 like keys I've entered this week that I was like, fuck, rune tap probably would have saved my life. But it's like 1 poll in, like it's like 2 polls in the entire week so far, so. That's mostly just me not playing properly. Would you rather have mythics drop the time and become harder? No, the timer is not optional. Best thing you can do is prot warrior spec into bear form. Oh yeah. Do they have that now? But the whole like talk about umbilicus, like here's all you need to see right here. 46 million healing from umbilicus. Almost competed with Deathstrike. That's pretty wild. Multiple like 3 million absorbs now after the buff. So what's the other? Oh, the only one we need now. Oh yeah, I forgot that Neltharus was not only... We needed that on 23. So yeah, that was a huge key for us. So Vortex Pinnacle is what we need right now. How come Radar updates your best runs right after the key? I have no idea. I took a break and it's hard to get back to 3k since we don't have many good healers. Really? I don't know though. This season seems like now it's super easy to get 3k. Are you pushing for the title? No. I want to strap a shield onto the back of bear form just for the visuals. That's cool. Is that the next transmog? It's the Frost vs. Ascaria. They just added that back. What key do you have? It's... Well, I just changed it. What did it change to? Old Dominion. I need to be Vortex to do it because it's only 23.
I have many lucky doos you like.
Guess we gotta head back to Nax. What weapon illusion is that? Wraith Chill. Why does it say weapon enchantment in green spell surge? What does that mean? I feel Umbilicus is insanely strong. I'm gonna try running without rune tap. What'd you sacrifice for Wraith Walk? The big thing that I'm doing that nobody else is really doing is I'm not taking these 3 points here, and that opens up a lot more utility. I don't think I could play in Pugs without without Wraithwalk, and same thing without March of Darkness. A lot of people aren't taking those 2 things. I don't see myself playing without those 2 things in Pugs. His Nelth's updated instantly because the Shadow Priest is verified, aka pays for it. Oh, okay. Did you collect all the recipes, or did you have a transmog? No, I've been doing like a leveling challenge on a blacksmith. Like my goal was to like basically like craft a lot of gear as a blacksmith as part of the leveling challenge, and so when they added all this stuff back in, I just resumed that leveling challenge with that character, and all of that's published. I have that on the spreadsheet if you want to see the leveling challenges. It's bigplay.1/level, and it's in the description too if you need a link. But we just uploaded this morning's episode there, so if you want to see it, you can. A newer BFD would make a nice Mythic Plus. Would it? I don't remember. I don't think I've really ever done the new one that much. It's good. Like a lot of people say they like watch it while they're like you know, just hanging out, maybe even like before bed or something like that, just to chill. Not like these streams, that's for sure. It's just kind of chill and me exploring my love for the game. Watch, you're gonna time every key until the end of season. That won't happen. That one definitely won't happen. Didn't notice you didn't go for Eternal Rune Weapon. I thought it was a must for the haste and resource generation. Yeah, I don't really feel like it is. I don't really like. I tried it at the beginning of the expansion. It just didn't really seem like it did anything. Hey Metro, can anyone go on Nax and farm that transmog? Yep, anyone can. Well, you have to unlock it first, of course, but anybody can do it. No requirements. Wrath Dalaran. You like that? I don't really like that one. Wrath is like my least favorite. I saw a 30 Neltharus world record run, and man, that DPS was crazy. Oh, 30? That's gonna be hard to replicate now that the nerfed the ship. There's a guide on Wowhead for the whole unlock. Yep. Or you can just watch the video and follow along if you want, but yeah, obviously I followed the guide and did that way. Maybe I should just set my hearth here, huh? It's not really a need though, we're almost done for the week. It's probably the easiest way to make money right now though. Just come here and farm trash in between keys. I got the toy, but the lady never spawns for me. Well, yeah, then you're doing it wrong. Something wrong. The toy that makes her spawn, so not sure what would be wrong, but how much gold do you have? Not much. Less than 100k. Them adding in the old timer run back into Undead strats was pretty cool. Yeah, that's a great nod. That's like the best content they've ever added to this game, in my opinion. If you haven't done it and you like the old version of the game at all, you gotta go do it. You're missing out. Something so cool. What's special in Axe? Too much to explain. They added so much content here. This is like something that I could literally do for 20 hours a week and still not get everything I want out of it. I saw a video that said a full tier 3 transmog is millions of gold. Yep, absolutely millions. More than... Oh, I already built. Yeah, maybe I should just set my hearth here. What key was this? I'm used to popping a rune tap going into the pack. What would the alternative be? Yeah, just any of the other CDs. Basically, you want to have like CD up for every single pull, right? So, and one of them is Purgatory now, right? You're supposed to be able to rely on Purgatory, but yeah, like, so. You should always have a major CD up for the start of every pack, like no issue. I need to do all of the Wrath content as Alliance. I've never done it once. Oh, what's going on here? Is this not? Oh, I see. They just infiltrated the first half of the town. Where even is the inn? I don't even know. Never been in this town before in my life. Is there an inn? This quest chain is amazing. Oh, don't tell me that. Is there an inn here? You could track the innkeeper or whatever. I am tracking innkeeper, so I guess there is none. Not an inn here. My healer was resting in Brackenhide after first pull. I wasn't paying attention, so I pulled another pack 2 seconds into the pull. Purgatory procs, and I died. That's been bugging a lot for me too. I don't know what's going on. You never did this? No, I literally have never done any content as Alliance until Legion, or no, not even Legion. Shadowlands, really, yeah. I guess there is no quest here, huh? Or there is no hearth here. Alex? Oh, that guy's name is Atix, but yeah. Wrath leveling challenge incoming? I should do it, honestly. Alright, I guess there's no hearth here, though, so we're kind of fucked. Oh, well. Valorant hearth. Yesterday my Purgatory procced and I died 5 seconds later. Yeah, that happens all the time. That happened to me earlier today, and that pretty much was the reason we didn't upgrade the key. I can portal to the instance, yeah. I don't even know what instance we're doing now. I was just talking about getting back there, that's the issue. It's Neltharus. Oh. Well then, this is the wrong direction. Let's go ahead and port. I think it's a bug with Purg, where if you take a melee swing at the same time as Purg procs, it doesn't work. Instead of nerfing meta classes, they should buff underperforming classes. The problem is there's just too many to buff, right? They'd be buffing the whole game pretty much. What talent do you take if you don't take Rune Tap? Oh, I don't know. It's not like you just trade 1-to-1, is it? I've like never even considered Rune Tap. It's not needed at all this expansion. I think a lot of people aren't taking Hemostasis for some reason. I have no idea why. That's another one that I don't see myself playing without. So where are we actually at in terms of broke 250. Boom. Because DK heals for enough, no need for hemo. No, you definitely need it. What are you talking about? That's like why my mastery is doing so much. Look at this. 118 million damage. That's because of hemostasis. Hemostasis. All of these things like synergize super strongly together, right? Hemostasis, Sanguine Ground, Iron Heart, Gloom Word. All of these stack on top of each other, basically. Does hemostasis buff Umbilicus? No. There's actually people in the Blood DK Discord not taking Umbilicus, then complaining about Blood DK survivability. Yeah. I would recommend Umbilicus. As you see, it's very powerful. Almost competed with Deathstrike in the last key. To be fair, like, none of the Discords are very good. Like, it's mostly just, like, bunch of people who don't really, like, they didn't get into it for the right reasons. Getting, like, spammed with kids who, like, have no actual comprehension of what the spec is and isn't, and it probably gets really annoying. After you hear the same question 100 times a week, you probably stop caring about the actual nuance behind the question. I have the utmost respect for you doing 24s as a casual, and I'm sitting here afraid of 20s. Oh yeah. Can DK play with mass grip? I mean, I guess so, but that would be a really tough talent to take. What would you drop? I guess you'd have to drop Purgatory and maybe Umbilicus as well. I guess if you want this talent, I don't know. I don't think you would ever take that talent, though. But if you need the 30% or the 30-second extra time, I guess I don't know. Well, actually, this talent sucks. Like, it really does nothing. Yeah, so you can drop these two and I guess take it if you really need it. But I don't think that would be a good investment. You don't need it at all. Like, Gorfiends is not needed now with A-Bomb Limb. Just pay attention to see when A-Bomb Limb is going to be the most needed and be ready to use it. There's actually so many people who don't take Umbilicus for more damage, but don't realize that Blood DK regardless won't do damage of other tanks. Right, it's still a bad damage dealer, and like the whole trade-off here doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Like, I'm not exactly sure how Bloodshot works with Dancing Rune Weapon, but as you see, all of my top damage is not physical. So it's gonna buff Death Strike by, you know. And the other thing, you only have Blood Shield uptime is only like 60% usually. Where is it? I never spot it at a glance. Wish you could search. Usually it's about 60%. Yeah, it's right there. It's actually 72 in that key, so it's pretty good. Why is blood damage bad? I don't know, to be honest. They keep buffing it, but nothing happens. Well, it's definitely getting better, obviously. Like I just did 100 and it was like 117k in that dungeon, but that was with Evoker. Blood DK damage was never really good this expansion. If they want their damage to be good, they should probably rework the class. A lot of people suggest that like the talents are just not dynamic enough, right? Like a talent like Purgatory is a capstone and does absolutely 0 damage. Same thing with Umbilicus, right? These spells don't do any damage whatsoever. Whereas like you look at Prot Warrior or Prot Paladin, they have actual like no Og group. Oh, is this guy Devastation? Is that what you're saying? No, he's Og. Anyway, yeah, but anyway, like those capstones don't do any damage, whereas like other tanks have more versatile talents, right? Why is Blood Boil in the tree? That should be baseline. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Bone Storm should see some play. It's a neat talent. It's a cool talent, yeah. I wish it was easier to use and more powerful.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Umbilicus Eternus sounds like a phrase from a vampire movie. I love the spell too. It's such a good spell, like such a unique Blood DK spell.
My father's ancient lair. There is still power within these rocks that should not be disturbed.
Never change, Metro. You're the funniest. Glad you enjoy it. Why don't you jump? Mostly because I'm waiting to start the recording, and I always kind of forget until it's too late. I try to start the recording right as the key starts to save like time and upload and everything. Yeah, that guy didn't get pulled good. Blue Drake with that transmog would look very cool. I have the, you mean like the regular Blue Drake? I wanted to change it to the bluer skeleton Drake from ICC. I think that's the 10-man one. Maybe that's the 25-man one. If I can use the Frost Death Knight mount, that would be the best one. DPS seems well. Yeah, I guess so. Gotta invest in a second monitor to be able to watch you and do Mythic Plus. Oh, you only have one monitor? Holy shit. Yeah, one monitor, like, not an option at this point, I feel like.
You would lead these intruders against us. Darkrule cannot control the hammer, Ularog. He will destroy High Mountain, not conquer it. Either way, I will enjoy every moment.
Need 3 minimum. I wish I had room for 3, yeah. I don't actually have really any space for a third one. This is the dungeon I'm scared to tank. It's definitely the hardest tank dungeon in the game right now. And it doesn't make it any easier when people are fucking bitching about the route, which, like, this is like the easiest timer in the game. You literally just do whatever the fuck you want and you still upgrade this key. As long as you don't wipe, you upgrade this easily. Which polearm mog is that? It is the weapon from Captain Lancer. I can never remember the name of it, but it's from the rare Captain Lancer. It's really fun to do Neuraxis as a DK. Oh, you enjoy it? Glad to hear that. The blue Proto Drake could fit with your Transmog. Well, again, I'm just using the dragon riding mount, so I guess you can transmog the dragon riding mounts into regular mounts soon or something like that. I don't really know how that works. Is that coming in 10.17? They destroyed 26 Nathan's Lair as feral druid. You got this, sweet. I do, but these guys are already putting pressure on me, so it's probably not going to go great. They're already crying about the route? Well, they were before the key started, yeah. I don't know, I feel like you're very, like, unaware of the dungeon if you say, like, here we come 23 because of a route in this key. It's like, what? I really don't think you, like, I don't think you could downgrade this key because of count no matter what you pull. Congrats on those 24s. Yeah, that was pretty wild. You feel the difference in damage after the reset? Not really, no. It's only 10%. Not like it changed anything about the playstyle. How are these route complaints in a dungeon this linear? Yeah, that's my point. Cheat Death Trinket from the new dungeon is really good. Gotcha. Hopefully they make Dragonflight flying actual base game flying. I think they are, yeah. Do people actually think route matters in a 24? They do, yeah, that's the problem. They think it matters a lot more in a lot of other key levels than just 24 as well.
Search everywhere. These peasants have been hiding rations from the army. If you're not
Come on.
you're not eating.
My mob's stuck back there now. I know on bolster I try not to group the giant Ellies up top. Oh yeah, obviously you don't want to bolster those guys. Really, like, bolstering here isn't that big of a deal, I don't feel like. The route made that warlock get hit by that avalanche. Bolstered pelters could be annoying. Yeah, but as the Death Knight, I can kind of focus them down and kill them as fast as possible and just grip them back.
3, 2, 1.
Welcome back, Max. What's up? I find most people don't know, but if you don't direct attack at pelters, they won't disengage. Yeah, I didn't know that either, honestly. Until somewhat recently. There are some routes you can do where you only pull one pelter. Oh, really? How do you do that? How do you skip these pelters? Most tanks don't know they can dodge avalanche frontal. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that either, yeah. They permanently mind soothe it? Oh god, that's not happening in a pug. So you can just mind soothe these and walk by them. Interesting, I had no idea. You can dodge that? I guess so. You don't need to. Don't think you're going to get some pug in a 24 to mind soothe it. Yeah, I'm definitely not doing that, that's for sure. I was just wondering about that pack, because that's definitely one of the harder packs.
Beware.
Big pull after first boss in the waterfall, and then mind soothe into second boss. Get you. They could also mind control it, yeah. Seen that a few times. That really should mind control it because it stops it from bolstering, doesn't it? Or does that not happen anymore? I think that might not actually happen anymore because that guy mind controlled it and it came out with 2 stacks of bolster. Or maybe he only mind controlled it after it bolstered as like a defense mechanism.
Beware.
Mobs don't get bolster stacks if you mind control them, gotcha. You can't mind control when it's bolstered? Oh no. Yeah, maybe I just misunderstood what happened there. Why is he moving like this? This fucking mob is so annoying.
2, 1.
Just deaths advance it. I think maybe if you use Dominate Mind instead of Mind Control. Oh, really? Maybe. If they are not careful with blood, we will end up in Shadowlands Season 4 again. I don't know about that. They're they would have to be very buffed for that to ever happen.
3, 2, 1. Beware.
It's 1 tier set away from being overpowered, you think?
3, 2, 1.
I'm fine with Blade being OP. I assume most are. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of it, but it's fine if they do it. Are Fortified weeks harder to tank as Blood DK? Yeah, definitely. I'm happy Bear is doing well. It's the funnest pug tank. Sweet. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I never really found it very fun. That was always my issue with it. It's kind of boring, but it's a good tank to get used to. What do you think the best DPS in WoW is? I don't know. I don't really think about the game that way. For all tanks, I'd say Fort is significantly harder than Tyrant. Yeah, no doubt. It's probably true. I think Fort Week is harder to tank than with any tank. Yeah, maybe. The best DPS is the best player. Just kidding. It's Og, Shadow Priest, and Mage. Yeah, I don't know. We really haven't seen much with Mage, to be honest. I don't really see them being strong at all right now. Might be like a coordination thing or something like that, but every Mage we play with is like, they're decent at best. Shadow Priest is far better than them in my experience. Mages are very good. I see that in the stats, but in the reality, I don't see it. It's not looking like that to me when I see it.
3, 2, 1.
What if instead of top 0.1% of all classes get title? Yeah, that's an option. Shig, what's up, buddy? Welcome. I agree. Metro mages are the worst class in the game. Oh yeah, yeah, it's definitely okay. So better luck on your third account. The thing is, a very good mage is very good. The rotation is very jumpy and can easily be messed up with. Oh yeah, okay. That guy's just what, doing something back there.
Pay attention, Neltharus. I want you to see your hero.
Is that not? This advance doesn't stop that knockback anymore, I guess, huh? Mage is consistently meta, is it? Your route is killing this lock. Yeah, that was 5 deaths or 4 deaths for that one guy. Just play Frost instead of Fire. Well, that's what I've seen a lot of people have been playing, and they're not really doing very well with it. I'm leveling Ogvoker while watching. Never seen such a brain off spec. Yeah, kind of really easy to play, right? A big part of it is how little damage they actually do, so it's hard to get like kind of blamed for anything, right?
3, 2, 1. You will never wield the power of Khazgarad.
Got lucky there. Didn't even have to move.
3, 2, 1.
Hopefully we can do one phase here, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna happen here.
High Mountain itself rises against you. 3, 2, 1.
Let's skip this next pack. I think this pack is probably the worst pull that we make in this route, so we'll skip that. Priest obviously is fine. And then we'll get count at the end. There's a lot of count at the end. Just did LFR aside to Neltharus and LFR. It was really easy. Does it drop oh shit, we should have been focusing this guy. Oh, that was close. That's a really big time save right there. Anyway, does it drop legacy loot now? Yeah, the worm incident. Yeah, that's last time we did this key, we actually almost had an upgrade too, and or we would have had an upgrade, and then we wiped 3 times this. I always find this timer is the most generous. This is so super generous timer. Yeah. Pally's doing a great job on freedom. Yeah, that's like something that every Pally should be doing, honestly, and I never see it.
If they complete this summoning, our passage to Darkroom will be blocked. She comes. Naraxis will feast on your foes. Beware.
Hopefully we'll actually get the mobs stunned too. Just timed 18 hauls with 22 deaths. Almost whole team was lagging. Oh, wow. Not getting this one, I guess. My red has a talent where I give it and get it. Oh, holy doesn't have that? Really? I didn't know that. You don't want to do the mega dungeon? Nope. Not right now, at least. The wrong one there. Mine for sure. Haven't looked at the tree to see if it's possible. I think it's definitely possible, right? It's in the talent. It's in the class tree, isn't it? You can do Shadowlands LFR, but you won't get loot. Yeah, I didn't think that's why I was asking if it has legacy loot yet. Yeah, I stunned it too early, didn't I? What's gonna happen now? I guess he doesn't do it no matter what. It's still a standard loot, so there's a chance you just won't get anything. Yeah, that's rough. Why did I just get bopped? Do you ever do raids? No, not anymore. This key's gonna end at a weird time though, unfortunately. You can solo every boss of the mega dungeon. Oh, really? That would be fun. Maybe I'll try to solo it. I don't really have the time right now, but maybe at the end of the season. Are there some that just literally cannot be soloed though that are early? Want to try Nyalotha next? Yeah, I'm sure you can, but is it worth doing if you don't have the legacy loot? Oh, no, Nyalotha probably has it, right? Sure, if you can do Nathri, you can do Nyalotha, right? Blighted Galakron and Iridicron, I think, are not soloable. Oh, really? Are those early, or where are they in the dungeon? Third and fourth bosses? Oh, so it's like completely pointless to even try. Then you kill 2 bosses and then that's it. You mean like mechanically they're just not soloable? Like there's a mechanic that just causes them to not be soloable? Or Metro as a raid boss was quite interesting to watch back in the days. Raid boss, what does that mean? You mean raid leader maybe? As a mind control mechanic? Ah, okay, so it's just like mechanically not possible. Yeah, okay, so that's just not worth even trying then. Fourth boss has a shield you have to break or you get 1 shot. Oh. Maybe I could survive with Purgatory or no? It's probably not. The paladin in your group is a god tier player. Yeah, that's why they bought me on the pulled boss, right? Hits for 4 million or something. Oh, does it? It's probably not survivable then.
There is no more time.
Okay, 11 minutes.
I am sorry, heroes. It appears the treasure you seek will be found on the other end of this beast. The Tauren believed you were prophesized to seize my hammer. Pathetic. Let them come.
There's a lot of time, yep.
Witness the
Like I said, this timer is insanely lenient.
and against one worthy of wielding the power.
There is enough time to do this, correct, yep. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I just don't know what we actually need count-wise. Any recommendations for what can be pulled down here for extra count? Is this 2 chestable? No, no way. Hey, what's up, Doom? How you doing, man? Why so low on enemy forces? Would you skip? It's not. We're just 1 pack short. That's it. I think the 2 breaker pull after the boss is the best. Okay. That's over there, right? Yeah. Hopefully that's enough count. There's another dominator there. I'm not actually sure how much count we need. These guys get 5% each, so we have another pretty much like 20-some% coming. Oh, we won't be short by much. Hello there. Welcome. The mobs down here are dangerous. Yeah, they do a lot of damage. Yeah, it should definitely be good on count. Cool new Transmog? Yeah, I've been wanting this for a long time. This is like my favorite set that I didn't have.
I have witnessed your deeds with pride, and I am sure you will not fail Highmount on this final hour. Rip them apart!
Use the helm. It's super cool. What helm? Oh, no, not on Death Knight. It doesn't look good at all. The black eyes and shit, but it does look good on other characters. Instructor from Nax? Yeah, Instructor Vesuvius. So cool, right? There's a weekaura that puts what % mobs is worth next to the nameplate. I have it on the add-on, but I don't think it's very accurate. The Scorpion is no joke. Yeah, this is really hard. It's the hardest part of the dungeon for sure. That's Sue that most your group, so hopefully the evoker pitches in. Why Sue that? Oh, you're talking about that rage there, yeah. You can soothe the frenzy, yeah. Why do you have so much time left? It's because it's a joke dungeon, as I said. This timer is insanely easy. The easiest timer there's in the dungeon in any season, I think. You can have the mage pull the pack while tanking the boss. What, and skip him? That's tough. Should we go up here and get the rest?
3, 2, 1.
Why they use battle res? It was a good choice, honestly. We still have one spare, and the healer definitely was needed for that. The rest of that. You can do a lot of things with routing and pulls, but none of them work in pugs. Yeah. It's just not really worth doing, especially in a dungeon like this. It's such a super basic key. This is not enough count either. Or maybe it's 5%, so yeah, we're actually short. So that's not great. This boss shouldn't take too long, then we can get count after the boss. I really think the avalanche needs some sort of nerf. Oh, really? How do you handle the damage shield for the last boss on Neltharus? Throw the items at it. Dodge the fire. I don't. That's not really anything to handle. This fight kind of sucks with entangled. I'm just happy we don't have necrotic anymore. Same. I get melted before I can throw it. Well, you're just getting hit by stuff then. Best advice I can give is record the runs and then check it back afterwards, because it doesn't actually do any damage. The only thing that you should die to is the fire on the ground. Try to time it so your cast ends right as the mechanic begins, and you won't have to worry about doing both at the same time. But yeah, if you're the tank, then yeah, just pop a major CD, and then you'll, even if you get hit by one fire, you'll probably survive.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Beware.
I get it. I did 2+2 this week on Neltharus. Nice. Giga Chad tanking magma eruption. Oh, that's easy to survive as a blood DK. That's like super easy to survive as blood DK. Just AMS the final hit and you're fine. Being able to stand and everything is why I play blood DK. The coins item puts a dot on you, the last boss in Neltharus, so wait a little bit longer to pick it up. Yeah, or if you're blood DK, you can AMS it if you really need to.
3, 2, 1. Hear thieves and roars at my command. 3, 2, 1. The mountain will gnaw on your bones.
Oh, that's not good.
Run away, little girl.
Do you still play Paladin Tank? No.
3, 2,
4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright. Need time to get this last mob as well.
how is this possible?
Just got one of these trappers, I guess.
The hammer never chose.
So everyone has the least count associated with it.
It's a wielder who possesses true strength, and you are lacking. It's done, heroes. Guard rule dead, hammer reclaimed. 3, Grogfall are broken. 1. Now begins the long task of reuniting our tribes. But balance has returned to High Mountain. The power of the Mad King Darkroll is broken.
Wipe?
and
No, I
Heimerdinger
don't wipe.
has
I only
given
need to
up
do
his
4 million
battle.
damage to one mob.
Now, there are other friendly matters that require my attention. Farewell. I hope when next we meet, it is under more peaceful circumstances.
They're trying to throw. Well, to be fair. Oh, wow. Ha! Maybe it will be because of the route. Now we're good. It's almost it. I fucked up. I should have pulled that extra mob to get the route 100% earlier, but... Double trapper always makes me nervous. Yeah, that's definitely not what we want.
You're late. Oh, different timeline. Fair skies and strong winds.
Tough to win, but nice job, sweet. I'm seeing more people doing the giant rock elemental at the start. Yeah, no doubt. You sweat there a bit. Hey, that was a bit of a messy ending. I guess it gets easier after the first upgrade. Yeah. I don't know. You make it hard mode because it's too easy this week. Well, that was very easy, honestly. Close key, thanks. 3 upgrades of 24 in a row after not having one the whole season. That's pretty good. Unfortunately, that's probably where we'll have to stop. I need to get up about 2:15-ish, so... Short one today because of the servers being down in the morning, but we got a lot done, so... Really good. $3,100 this week? Yeah, we need just one more dungeon. If we can upgrade that Vortex Pinnacle that we fucked up earlier, we will definitely do it. It's probably been brought up before, but is Neltharus spelled incorrectly on purpose on the spreadsheet? Yeah, definitely. Just to keep people on their toes. But anyway, that's that. We will be back tomorrow. Hopefully... Yeah, we should get a long one in tomorrow, no doubt. Like, it shouldn't be in question, but I do have to do something in the morning. I gotta go around 9 o'clock, so hopefully I'll be back plenty of time. I'm not really sure, though, so probably just start around 11 like normal, but if I can get back by like 10:30 or something like that, I'll pretty much start as soon as I'm back, so stay tuned for that. We'll be back, and then, yeah, hopefully we can get... yeah, we just need one more dungeon. If we can get that Vortex Pinnacle, that should be it. But maybe not. Maybe we need a 24 still. I don't know. But, yeah, it's a good one. Good one this week. So, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.